Well, okay, so
I can see you only care about him for his facial.
whenever you're talking, try and like lean into it like this. Yeah.
Yeah, you have to be really close.
I mean, you don't have to be
No,
really
no,
close.
you
but,
have to
like,
be
it's
close,
helpful
otherwise
if
he'll
you
yell
are
at you.
close. So
It's probably not even going to pick up my voice.
you'll just a faded sound. But wait, hold on. When did you get braces?
I got braces early August, so like a month ago.
When did I leave Target?
You left like
Did I
a year
leave?
ago.
Has it been a year? Oh my god, it's been like...
The last time I saw you was like Black Friday of...
You worked Black
No,
Friday?
that was like 2 years ago, wasn't it?
I think. I'm
Last
trying
time
to think.
you worked Black Friday? Because I saw you Black Friday when you came in to shop.
Okay, but no. So 2 years ago. I was working Black Friday.
Yeah.
At the Target Mobile, but then the previous year, yeah. So, oh my gosh, because let's see, I got this job that I'm at now in January of this year. And then I think I quit my previous job in October, and I started that like, yeah, I think it's been 2 years, give or take.
Yeah.
Wow, that's really horrible.
It's been a long ass time since I've actually seen you, so...
Yeah, it's true. That's why I asked you, where'd you get the beard? And so, because I don't...
I've had the beard.
Have you always had... Well, yeah, no, it was kind of short. Like, well, none of you guys have beards.
It
Blake,
was
can you
closer
grow a
to your
beard?
beard than...
It's patchy, but yeah.
Like, is it like his kind of beard or like...
No, it's more down here. It gets pretty thick, and then neck thick, and then for some reason just on the chin.
Yeah.
And then the pedistache is actually pretty filthy.
No, dude.
And that's all I got.
I'm right there with you. I only get a stubble here.
It's patchy
and
as hell.
then my mustache, I've only let it grow out once. And once it's grown out, it's nice. It's got that Hispanic vibe to it. But,
yeah, there's a good test. There's a good test. If you're tan enough, the pedistache works because you almost look Mexican. But if you're pale, you look like you're trying to lure children into a van.
Wait, hold on. But Zach, do you have a blade or a razor? Okay, a blade or an electric shaver?
Electric.
Okay, so just whenever you see it getting patchy, it just like...
Oh, yeah. Yeah, just it. I mean, it literally looks like one of those woman's knee shaver things. Like literally, I don't give a shit.
Sure.
Personally, people with razors, I don't understand that. It's just like, okay,
it feels good.
This electric shaver does everything.
It is smooth. Yeah,
it's a silky smooth feel.
I do my thing, and you can barely see anything, and it looks fine.
But like, okay, how long does it take for your hair to grow out?
I have to do it every 2 days or so.
Really?
Yeah.
So like, if you let it go for like a month, how bad do you think it would get?
It would look gross.
You should
really?
do that.
Mm-hmm. Have you ever done like the No Shave November?
No, because it's filthy.
I
typically do not like my facial hair. I did the mustache once, and I was already towards the end. I was just like, this just doesn't look great on me.
My only issue is just right here. It's like doesn't get the full. I'm pointing at the bump or whatever, the crevice. Yeah, yeah. Especially if it's growing in, you can kind of tell. But if it's all,
it looks
full,
like one of those fake like glasses nose mustaches.
Oh,
where it just kind of separates right there.
Yeah, so that's my issue there. And then like right under my chin, there's just like you can't really tell when it's like hobo beard level, but like. Especially when it's growing out, it's just right there, and it's irritating me the hell because you've only worked at the Target on McDermott. You've never worked anywhere else. Okay, well, so there's this other guy at Target, and he's like as soon as he turned 21, he said that his beard started to grow in like through the patches and stuff. And he's got like freaking ZZ Top beard going.
Hell
on.
yeah, I love that.
Just like
that's how you do it.
It was insane.
Like if you're gonna grow a beard, you got to go all the way.
Go all out.
Well, you see, I don't know, because it's like for me, my mustache will keep growing and then it'll get in my mouth, and I've been told it's really disgusting, and I agree.
You got to keep trimming the mustache. The beard is different.
Sure.
Mustaches, you got to trim.
I don't know. I just kind of let it all grow, and then I just look like a homeless guy.
Okay.
I mean, it is what it is.
It's in style nowadays, so.
It is.
Homeless chic.
Yeah.
Homeless chic.
Yeah. That's why girls like the way what's his name, Post Malone, that rapper
dude,
guy.
I love Post Malone.
That's why people like the way he looks, because he looks like a homeless dude.
That's true.
I'm sorry, what?
I mean, have you seen his house though?
Yeah,
his house.
He's from Texas.
Yeah.
He's from like Lubbock or something like that.
I think so. Some southern place. No, Lubbock's kind of north, right?
Yeah, Lubbock is
like
northwest.
I don't know my cities.
Yeah, Lubbock's super west.
What are the important Texas cities?
Dallas,
That's
Austin, Houston, San Antonio, El Paso. Those are top 5.
Okay, so like because I know Blake, you've got friends wait, I forget. The friends are from other states, or they're Texas moved to other states?
Both.
Okay, so the other staters, do you just say you're from Dallas?
Yeah, it's
Okay.
easier.
Well, I know.
It's so
but I
much
mean-
easier. Anytime like
Say
for a
Dallas.
baseball tournament, we would always just say we're from Dallas, because if
That's
we
it.
said Carrollton, they would be like, oh.
It's like that is a place.
That is,
Yeah,
I don't
wow.
believe that's a place, but sure, okay.
Or even worse, they'll ask about it because I'll be like,
Yeah, it's
oh,
like, oh, where's
I'm,
that?
I'm from
Fuck
Plano.
you.
I'll be like,
It's-
you know what? I'm from Dallas. I'm sorry.
It's
I lied.
It's
I'm
north
from
of
Dallas,
it's North
okay?
Dallas.
Well, okay, so apparently, whenever I was up at UNC, there was a few people from Houston, and they would do the same thing, except they have like way more pride. Where it's like, you're not really from Houston. You're like from the outskirts, whatever. That's kind of half Houston.
First of all,
half,
who wants
Oh,
to
yeah.
be from Houston?
I don't know.
Yeah, that's
Like,
unfortunate.
that's a weird city to be proud of.
I mean, they've got a pretty good university.
Hey.
right?
Hey,
Hey,
we're number 1 in obesity in the South. Get over it. Like, why are you proud of Houston? I don't get it.
wait, Houston's number one in obesity?
It's gotta be, or
You
some
think
town
so?
in Mississippi.
I believe
We're-
that.
It's
most of
gotta
the cities
be.
here
I believe
are
that.
up there.
Did you guys hear about the I believe it was some southern state, and the professor, or not the professor, I'm sorry, the dean, he was having kind of a day for the minorities at the university, like just to bring them over for dinner and
I
say,
heard about that.
hey, what is your experience, blah blah blah. And
Sure.
it was like, at first when I was reading this, I was like, oh, this sounds like a really genuine thing. But apparently, the African Americans, when they got there, they were complaining because they had one for a centerpiece. They had cotton as a centerpiece, and then what were they serving? Like bread and
Cornbread, mac and cheese.
Yeah,
That's
and like
and,
green.
it's just good food.
Well, so that's the thing. It's like,
Yeah.
I think he was like, oh, the dean, when he was making his
He's trying to
statement, he
be
was like,
Cultural
didn't-
appropriation.
well,
Or,
apparently,
or was he just serving good food? Because we have that at Thanksgiving, and that's not.
well, yeah, it's like a southern
Ah.
thing. And,
Yeah,
But the other thing was the day before, it was like the Latino day or
Did
whatever.
they serve
Yeah.
enchiladas and
They
tacos?
serve
or
tacos.
something?
Yes,
They serve
exactly.
tacos.
Okay,
at least that's what they said. I don't
they
know if they
it's
actually-
good food.
I mean,
That's pretty oddly specific food.
Sure it
Yeah.
is.
That kind of fits in with stereotypes.
Well, but I
Stereotypes that food comes from Latino countries, and you're celebrating Latino heritage. I don't.
I mean,
I
I
guess
don't
it
see that.
depends on the context.
well, it was supposed. It was on. I think it was just supposed to be an open, friendly. The dean is inviting you to your house, to
He
his
wasn't
house.
serving collard
Yeah.
greens and
Is that a thing Africans eat?
yeah,
Oh wow,
Africans.
I don't know.
African Americans. Sorry.
Jesus.
I mean,
Yeah, they
my
weren't
bad.
serving
I'm
grits
off
and
put.
collard greens. They
Well,
were.
I thought grits is a white people thing.
Mhm.
Isn't that a white people thing?
I can't
What?
remember if they
Mhm.
did the collard greens thing. I remember somebody saying something about
or
that, but I
some
couldn't
mustard
remember.
grease or something.
I couldn't remember.
I
what
just
the
think
exact
mac and
thing
cheese
was.
isn't.
I don't
Mac and
even
cheese
like. What do you
definitely
have
is a
that
white
for
person
dinner?
food.
It really
Well,
is.
that's what's strange to me. Like that just doesn't sound like nice dinner food.
That's
Hell yeah,
true.
mac and cheese. You
Well,
make it right.
I mean,
Damn.
like,
Yeah, but
that'd be like a
that's
side
like-
dish.
that's
I'd
like-
be down
yeah.
if that's a side dish, but like,
Yeah,
if
that's
it's
not
like,
your main course.
Well, but I think that's what
I
part of
think
that
that's
part
what
of
it
it
sounded
was.
like.
It was like main course mac and cheese, cornbread, and some other stuff.
You don't invite someone over for dinner and then be like,
If you tell
No,
me
we're
the main
having
if
some
you tell me the main
saltines
dish
and-
is going to be mac and cheese,
That's
you
kind
know,
of white
I'm
trash.
still going actually because
You
I
think
really
so?
yeah.
You know, I never really liked mac and cheese.
No?
Growing up,
Yeah, I don't like
because
mac and cheese.
because I never had the like the home style whatever. It was
Mhm.
just the Kraft mac and cheese.
Yeah, no,
and I
that's,
had it
that's
once,
done wrong.
and it was just really bad. But yeah, I mean, I like the noodles.
Well, yeah, you got to whip
little
up the
noodles.
mac and cheese in a certain way. You got to add like a block of melted cheddar
Uh-huh.
and throw a little bit of a bacon, like
Uh-huh.
little bacon crumbles in there. Maybe add some jalapeno juice or something just to
Yeah.
give it a little tang. And you're talking about some good ass mac and cheese.
Dude, that sounds pretty good.
It is. I'll make you some sometime.
Y'all are
too much
making me fucking
cheese.
hungry because I've.
You're
eaten-
welcome. You're welcome.
We'll because it's like, Alex, I called you, or you texted me and you're like, on the way, blah blah blah, pizza, and
Yeah.
because I picked up this guy at UTD like literally 5 minutes from here, and so before then I was driving home from work and I was just like, man, I'm about to die because I'm really hungry, and then I had some bread and a sandwich thing, and I was just like, oh, I feel so good, and then I feel bad. But Blake, have you eaten?
Mhm.
You've eaten? Wow. Okay. All right. Well,
Damn, so I missed the memo.
I mean, we can get food later if you want, because I know, Zach, you haven't eaten, but you're not hungry. All right, we'll figure it out. Anyways, welcome back to the One More Podcast, guys.
Yeah.
This is episode 9, I believe. I know the last couple of episodes I was doing rehashes of old stuff.
Yeah, and they were fucking out of order.
Yeah. Oh, it is because originally the last one I did was the very first one that we did, and I just kept it because the audio was really crappy and I hadn't figured out how to do that, and I still don't know how to do the audio. It's all gonna suck and sound horrible. So I just figured kind of take a quick break because, like, honestly, dude, it's like back to back of just stuff, and it's just tiring. My life is so horrible and tiring and busy. Anyways, Alex, you are new to the group.
Yes.
Zach and Blake, have you listened to our podcast at all?
Yeah, I've sat down and listened to all of them because I've been
really.
Yeah, I play.
Thank you.
Wait, are you a subscriber on YouTube or?
Yeah.
Yes.
All right. So we went from stranger in a strange land to we like you.
We have 6 subscribers on the podcast. And
you have 6 now?
6 subscribers on
And
YouTube.
how many people have been on the show?
Yeah,
A lot of different people. So
more than 6.
more than 6. So
and half of them probably aren't subscribed.
probably no. Honestly, I really hope that it's other people because I'm glad that you're subscribed because it builds up the numbers and everything like that. But I have no idea how to market this because I post it on Facebook and then it's like my mom shares it. she's like, my wonderful son did another podcast, and then
you're like,
Mom.
no, I am like, thanks, Mom.
Are you really? I'd be so scared if my mom shared it because all her friends.
Oh no, my mom
they're
listens
all
to this
adults
podcast.
No,
there's I think the very very first one. Well, the quote unquote first one that we did, the one that I first uploaded, she shared it, and I think I want to say some family members in Israel listened to it, and because I look at the YouTube analytics, and it's like
worldwide now.
99% in America, and then like 1% in Israel. I was like, yeah.
Well, that's nice.
But yeah,
hi, Yuval's mom. I still love you.
So it's like I don't know how to promote this because it's like YouTube, Facebook. I even posted a couple episodes on my LinkedIn, the ones that I thought like were actually
MySpace, dude. That's what's happening now.
I've never had a MySpace. Have you guys ever had MySpace?
No,
my mom wouldn't let me have it because perverts were on there.
Really?
Yeah.
Were perverts really on there?
Hell if I know.
I
didn't have one.
Right at the beginning.
That's what I was told. That's what I was told by my mom.
Oh, really?
So,
were we ever like? Because I know there's the whole don't give strangers your information, but like I've never,
dude. Like I have so many friends from the internet that
Right.
I just like met one day. I'm like, hey, here's my number. Fucking
Oh,
text
really?
me sometime.
Well, so but like even like in elementary school, middle school, when all of this kind of internet stuff was growing, was it ever like safety day? I say safety day. What is it? Stranger danger. Safety day.
It's
Hell
public safety.
Because I remember it was actually really funny. The Viva Pinata video game. There's in the game you can click on a thing and it's online safety rules or something, and so it's all the characters talking about. But like I think the only quote unquote security I ever did for online was just change my name. I think I went by John for like the longest time, just because I was like, oh, if you know my name, then you're gonna be able to reverse search my blah 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 and find out where I live.
It is a pretty unique name. So.
Yeah, that is true. So people will be like, "Oh, you have a Facebook, blah 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 blah." So I think I went by John for a while, and then it was actually really funny. The friends that I met online, like through Xbox and stuff, after they were on my friends list for a few months, and I knew them, I was like, "Okay, I have to tell you something. My name's not really John." And they're like, "What?" I'm like, "It's Yuval," and then they're like, "Oh, that's a really cool name." I was like, "Oh, okay, all right."
See, I would have been like, no, that's bullshit. Your real name is John. Who the fuck names their kid that? And then
It's true.
Like, no,
that's
it's
true.
my actual name.
No, you have to believe me. It's my actual name.
Meanwhile, people knew my real name, but they just called me Shampoo.
Yeah, that's true. Oh, how'd that even start? Because
You know why?
Why?
What's his face? Tyler.
Yeah.
He saw my name, which was all crayon
Polo.
or
Oh, and
whatever.
he thought it was shampoo.
And from a distance or something, he's like, "Hey, your name kind of looks like shampoo or whatever the American." So
I don't think
you're
that's-
now shampoo, and
that's
all
not-
the Carolinians thought it was so
They're from
funny.
North Carolina. We
North
had
Carolina.
growing
We
up,
have a bunch
we
of
had,
North Carolina friends. And
Yeah, we had a group of North Carolinians.
now we have them all on Facebook, actually.
I think I'm friends with Tyler and Garrett. I think
Tyler
that's
and
it.
Garrett, yeah.
I
mean, there are a few
Sounds
others,
like a
but
country boy name.
What, Garrett or Tyler?
Both.
Well, yeah, it's
Yeah,
kinda-
kinda.
Two
I
first
don't know.
names for your name.
Oh no. They're two different people. Two different people.
I thought that was his real name. I'm
Tyler
like,
Garrett.
Damn.
Tyler Garrett, if you're listening, Garrett, I just want you to know what Garrett Tyler's holds of. I can't do that.
That's
Okay,
his
that-
new name.
That is his new name. But anyways, so Alex, how are things in your life? I know
Boring.
boring. That's
Shit,
it. Just
like,
school and work.
Good for you.
Yeah. It's
Just
just
putting the notes
extremely
down.
boring.
All right.
Really?
Wow, that was great. Wasn't that so insightful?
I mean,
and-
like,
That
I'm
was
still
inspiring.
working at Target, and
Sure.
that's a thing.
Okay. Wait, do you know Evan?
Yes.
You do know
He
Evan.
He
okay.
was on the podcast with you.
Yeah,
yesterday.
and you know him. Yay.
We worked together.
Well, that's not the Evan. It's a different Evan. So there's
there's two.
There's two Evan. Okay, yeah.
There's
There's
roommates.
Oh, you know both of them.
I don't know his roommate, but
Okay.
I know
the guy who works.
But you know Evan.
Yeah, curly hair Evan.
Okay. he
Yeah.
knows
Okay.
Evan.
Wait. So
Yeah.
do you like talk to him at all, or hang out with him at work,
Oh,
or
yeah.
whatever? Oh, really?
Yeah.
Does he? Because last time I was there, or like there, I say is shopping. He was just he was doing like cashiering or something like that, and I didn't know like if he, because he seems like he'd be the kind of guy that'd be like in electronics or something.
Yeah, it's really weird because I would, if it were up to me, I would put myself, Evan, and then one other person back in electronics just because of the workload that we have to do.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't really know why they choose to put the people that they do in electronics. It doesn't really make that much sense.
Oh, really?
Well,
because I know Jasmine did electronics, or I don't know if she still does electronics, but she'll do that. So I know the only people I knew were her, you, Evan, and then oh my god, I forgot his name. Kevin. I love Kevin. Is he still there? Did he quit yet?
Kevin's still there. Kevin's not leaving.
That's true.
He probably gets paid more than like the managers.
You think so? He's just
He's been there for like fucking 12 or 15 years.
Oh, I thought it was like 30 years.
I don't know. He's been there for a long time.
He's been there for a really long time. Kevin's this really awesome guy that does fun facts. Or at least to me, he would tell me fun facts about the 80s and stuff like that. He'd be like, did you know that pizza today is not the same pizza we had 20, 30 years? Well, the 80s are 30 years ago, right? Yeah, 30 years. God, it's so weird to think. The 80s will almost be 40 years ago. I'm so sad because I still think the 90s are 10 years ago. Like all those memes and pictures and stuff like that you see online, I'm like, I relate. That's me. in all caps, this. Just
God.
I relate to that so much. Just because, and then the 90s are going to be 30 years away, and it's just crazy.
We're getting old, dude.
Anyways, well, it's not the fact that we're getting old. It's just time.
Time passes as you slowly creep towards the void.
Exactly. Right? Like, can we make it like a global thing to just take off 10 years? Just, can it be 2007?
No.
Just redo 2007
was a
when
year.
The market crashed.
Yeah.
Oh well, no, I mean like not
That was a
redo that,
pretty
but
bad
like
year.
just
You
universally.
heard it here, folks. Yuval wants another economic recession so that y'all can suffer.
No, like just instead of it being 2017, just be like, oh, it's 2007.
You know
No.
what? There is a way
Why?
you can do that. You can go to MIT. You can
Sure.
study up, get real good, get good.
No,
at
I don't want time
science.
travel.
Good.
I don't
No,
want
no,
time
no,
travel.
You don't
I
have
just-
to do time travel. You just have to achieve faster than light travel.
No. I don't want any of that. I just want it just on the calendar instead of it saying 2007, 2007
Why?
or 2017,
You're asking too
2007.
much of me.
Because you want to go back. How old are you?
No,
now?
I don't want to
22?
go. I don't want to go back. I'm just saying right now we're all
No,
21,
I
22 years
understand.
old.
So you want to be 21 in
2007.
2007?
That's it.
Why?
So that I can say that the 90s were 10 years ago.
Man, he puts up a strong argument.
Just because I don't know. Anyways, back
Can
to
we start a GoFundMe to
Let's send Yuval back 10
yeah, just evolve?
Yo, that'd be amazing. No, but getting back to Kevin. Anyways, so he'd be like, "Yeah, pizza and clothes are not the same because the thread count in cotton is half of what it was back in the 90s and 80s, and you're paying more for less thread and stuff like that."
This guy
And
just
it's
sounds like he's a crazy old man.
No, he's not. He's just he's one of those
He's a
trivia
really
guys.
nice dude.
He's super nice. Like he'll bitch it he'll bitch and complain about like other people who don't do their jobs, even though he doesn't really do his job sometimes. But
he's like the worst at doing his job. He'll
Yeah.
be like it's even worse now because they made it to where we have to stand at the electronics boat with all the cameras,
oh really?
and like you're not allowed to leave.
Are you serious?
like
Not do
like-
reshop or anything?
No, you're not supposed to do that. So
Wow.
like if corporate like walks in and sees you like not at your area,
Yeah.
then they'll like bitch you out about it.
Wow. Okay, that sounds horrible. I mean,
Yeah.
okay, to give reference to everybody here, so
Target sucks, apparently.
Well,
It's better than Walmart. I'll tell
that
you
is
that.
true.
That's not hard.
So at Target, you'd have like at least the one that I worked at. You had the electronics, and they've remodeled it. But before then, I was doing their Target Mobile, and so literally I had my desk and like a printer and a computer, and I would just stand there. I'd have my DS, I'd be on my phone, I'd do whatever. I would just stand there.
You
And
would
then when
call me during the day.
I would. I even like played Steam games and stuff like that. It was just totally, they didn't care. The only time they did care was how the table and everything, the printer and the desk was all positioned. Is the desk was raised up a little bit, and then the printer had a lower shelf, and so I could sit on the shelf. And so for a long time, or I say long time, but maybe like for a month or something, I'd just sit on the shelf and just be whatever, do whatever. And it just seemed like no one gives a shit. If someone walks up to me, I'll help them. And I was helpful in electronics, everything like that. But whenever there was literally nobody in electronics, I would just sit and then just do whatever. And then I think it was Christy. Christy's the No. Yeah. Okay.
Yes.
So Christy would bitch and complain.
God.
I forget her name. So like, because didn't the GM left? Didn't the GM left?
The STL was the head of the store,
that was
so
what was her name?
Kim.
Kim. That's right. Kim was awesome. But
She's
anyways,
actually I think she works like right around here now.
Oh really?
So yeah.
Did she transfer to a different store?
Yeah.
Oh wow. Okay. Well, anyway, so Christy would complain, and then Brian, the asset protection guy, he would complain to me, and then I think
asset protection
AP, yeah, like
Elaborate.
Security
guard
is basically what he is.
He'd sit in an office and there'd cameras, and then he'd look and be like, "Hey, you
check
don't
out the dressing rooms."
Don't
that kind of that guy.
I don't think he'd check it out.
We don't have any cameras pointing at the dressing room.
Yeah,
Bummer.
Which is the best place to steal things. I mean, what?
It really is though. Like that's where people go.
That is very true. But anyways, I was gonna say. So Brian was really mad at me, and then I started standing up, and then But anyway, electronics could do other stuff. That was the main point of what I was saying. Is electronics could do other stuff. They could do zoning, reshop, whatever, help whoever do whatever.
More technical terms that no one's gonna understand.
And zoning is
whatever.
just organizing a certain department in the store.
Yeah, because at night you have to make sure everything's all nice and pretty, so you don't do it in the morning. But so now they have to. Now I'm frustrated that they have to sit at the electronics boat, because literally I've sat at the electronics boat so many times and just did nothing. I was just leaning against there's like a island counter, and then you just sit and you're just like, huh. So if that's what you have to do, that really sucks.
Yeah, it's basically like they don't. So depending on who is closing, like the closing manager for the night, they'll bend the rules a little bit and allow me to actually, do what I was hired to do.
Sure.
Because otherwise I'm basically just being paid to stand there and do nothing.
Stand and look pretty?
Yeah.
That's
and
good.
like, because last night there was literally maybe 5 people in the store.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And it's like, I don't need to be here standing at the electronics boat doing nothing.
Well, you never know. Someone could want a question, and if you're not there, and immediately, and they could just press it. There's like a button that you could press, and it's like an electronics person will be here in less than 30 seconds. But they don't want that. They want immediate satisfaction, immediate gratification. I think that's a nice. Oh, go ahead.
I have so many like stories of people that have come into my store just like asking me the dumbest shit. It's like, hey, where's your book section? It's like, we have fucking floating signs everywhere in the goddamn store that will tell you where shit is.
That's true.
It's like in the grocery section, people will be like, hey, where's your, I don't know, fucking cooking oil or something. Yeah. There's literally a hanging thing that will show you sugar, cooking oil.
Yeah.
And it's like, can you read?
No.
Do you have that ability?
No.
It's just fucking annoying.
I mean, sometimes it's easier to talk to people, but I totally understand. But
I mean, I'm self-sufficient enough to where whenever I go into a store for like one thing, I'll be like, okay, I know where to look for it.
Sure.
And if it takes me more than like 10 minutes to find it, then I will ask for assistance.
No, I'm very much like that. I hate talking to people in terms of in-store stuff, because it's just like, I'll figure it out. If I'm really lost, I'll even go to the phone and try and do the app or whatever, and like, oh, where's the location of the blah blah blah. But I don't like talking to people, and it gets I get all nervous, especially in the smaller stores. Just like whatever, you're at a strip mall or whatever, and you go into one of those compact stores, and they look at you and they're like, can I help you? Is there anything I can help you with?
I don't know if they all talk like that.
Are you looking
That's how
for
they get you to
something?
leave.
Yeah, that's true. I'm like, all right, if you don't shut up and leave me alone, I'm going to leave. You're going to lose out on my business if you just...
And they don't care.
They don't care, yeah.
We don't care.
Is there anything I can do for you?
They're not Jack Nicholson from The Shining, okay?
I mean, Johnny. There's sometimes they're like...
paper towels. They're not doing that.
No, but seriously, I really don't like to. Just leave me alone and I'll come to you. But there are a lot of pushy people. It's like, and that's what I really hate. Sorry, I want to get off of the Target thing, but I need everyone to know the pain that I suffered. I really, really hated the fact, and I guess we can apply this to a universal thing, that sales and stuff like that, I hate it. I cannot do any, like, for when I was going for the job, I was like, yeah, I can sell things to people. I'll, blah, blah, blah. Because it's like phones. Everybody wants a phone, and, it's technology.
This is the best model we got
right
here.
Like, whatever, processor, speeds, camera, blah, blah, blah. Like, this is cool.
Megapixels, something.
Yeah, like the new iPhone's got the 12 megapixel camera with the dual optic lenses and stuff like that. Like, I can go on and on. Means. It's just better picture. So,
sure.
It's like 2 pixels bigger than the other.
But anyway, so and so I was like, okay, that's cool. But then I forget in the interview, he was like, well, can you upsell? And I was like, oh, well, like ask for insurance and stuff like that. And he's like, yeah, I can do that. I was like, yeah, sure, whatever, I can do that. And I just hate it because it's like consciously,
you feel sleazy.
Yeah, I do feel sleazy. Like consciously, I have a case. I'll try not to drop my phone. If I do, generally, I'll have a screen protector or something like that. But then it's like your commission. Because first of all, I came in when they changed the commission system, which apparently sucked. And I made like like Black Friday was the only time I made commission was because you sell a crap ton of phones. But anyways, it's like you see this mom who like she doesn't really have a lot of money and she's getting a phone for her brat kid and she's like it's the new iPhone or whatever for her piece of shit kid and and she's genuinely nice and she's like, oh, I just wanted this, and you see her pull out like a flip phone because like she loves her kid enough to like give them shit that she doesn't have, and then your manager's like, you have to upsell, you have to sell insurance, and then it's like extra monthly payments or you have to pay blah 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 blah. And you're just like, at least for me, I'm just like, I can't do that to you because
you're a human. You have a conscience.
Like, right. It's just because I know I can sign you up for a 2-year contract, whatever.
But you could say no.
Yeah, but then your manager's like, well, you have to get past the no. Blah blah blah. Like I've gotten chewed out from my manager for not.
That's a terrible
for making a sale but not getting the upsell.
Yeah, because you get they did like a point system where you get like
no, I understand.
2 points for the phone, point for accessory, point for but no, it's like because it was all about the numbers and how the regional stores looked, and
that's
it was
just a corporate problem.
Well, but that's all sales though. That I think, or not all sales, but I think that's the majority of sales.
That's just corporation.
If you're making money off of someone buying something, they're gonna push shit on you.
Of course,
and I hate that. I hate it so much. Blake, your phone is ringing. Who is it?
It is one of my buddies, but I can tell him that.
Does he know that you live in Dallas, or does he?
Yeah, he's from. We've been together since middle school. So.
When's your anniversary?
It's good to see that we're all just Dallas.
First day of school, 7th grade. So 7th grade would have been 2008. So we probably just passed our 9-year.
Oh, that's cute. That's really gay, but it's cute.
It is. It's okay though.
But anyways, jobs suck, especially whenever you're trying to talk to people and like make them do, because like I get it if like you're selling cars or something, it's like, hey, you want this feature, hey, you want to do this, blah 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 blah, but it's like phones are expensive and it's not like something that you can just frugally, I mean,
cars are
expensive too. Well, but like when you have that upper, so I see it as you break down.
People expect to be cheated at cars if it's
that's very true, but it's like you have multi-tier echelons, so I don't even know if that makes sense. But so with phones, it's like you have lower middle class people and maybe less I don't want to say less rich people, but like people who make less money, they're still going to want to buy the iPhone because it's expensive but not like super expensive. Whereas if you're selling Lamborghinis and stuff like that, convincing a guy to spend an extra $10,000, $20,000, that's nothing. So
it's on a consumer model car though.
Well, sure, but so that's what I'm saying. So it's like you have that break. So then if someone's going in for like a Corolla, a 2017 Corolla or something, okay, you can kind of gauge where they're at in terms of how much they can spend. But you have a bunch of poor people. I say poor people, but you have a bunch of people who may not be able to afford the iPhone, wanting to get the iPhone, and so it's just like, okay, I know you saved up a year's worth of paychecks to like get this phone, and you're really happy about it. I'm gonna make you.
But here's insurance.
Yeah, but here's now. I want you to spend more
Bluetooth headphones.
Yeah, here's more stuff for you to buy that will potentially put you out in debt. But one last thing, and I'm done talking about this. I know this is the Yuval bitch corner. I think my dad called it the bitch fest, millennial bitch fest, or something like that.
Is that what our show is now?
I don't think it's a bit. I mean, right now, this episode, episode 9, literally the title of this episode will be the millennial bitch fest. Yeah. But no, people who were trying to do fake IDs and falsing security and stuff like that for new phones. Like I had a bunch of like one prime example that's like that has happened before, but this is the most outstanding one. So I get to work and it's probably like in the afternoon, 1:00, whatever, and I think it was during the week, and so I'm just tired and I just whatever, when I get to work, whatever, blah blah blah, just let me get my water and just kind of chillax the rest of the day. So these 4 guys come in, and one of them, I think either one or two of them, I know at least one was wearing like the clothes that schools make you wear if you have holes and stuff in your pants or in your shirt or whatever, you get dress coded. Did you guys have that at all?
No, we just had to go to ISS for the day.
Oh, okay. Well,
Damn.
well, in Frisco, they had they give
No
you like
more assless chats for me in high school.
in at least in Frisco they had if you had like a giant
They would
giant
give you like
giant-
skin tight leggings underneath. Or...
not skin tight, but they would give you just like sweatpants, just like
damn, you got free clothes for
sweatpants,
dressing
but it was
skanky.
just, I mean, I guess if you
Hell yeah.
You probably had to give them back at the end of the day, though.
yes, you have to swap it.
No,
out,
I would
but
cut holes in them.
With the hole right where the hole was
Yep.
in your actual clothes.
And then probably just staple it to my jeans or whatever.
It's like, well, gotta go home
Yep,
now.
got it. Yep.
fixed it.
Thanks for the sweatpants, guys.
But anyway, so this guy but it's all red. It's a single color, just red, just sweatpants and a sweatshirt or whatever, just red. And they all smelled like weed, and they were kind of just like sort of. I think maybe they were 16 to 18, 19 years old. That range of kids.
Kind of guys that would draw pot leaves on a highlighter in their binders during school.
Yes.
Those kids, okay.
So, like
Say
those
them.
kids. What I don't know. I don't know what they
I
do
know
in their
what
spare
I know
time.
what that. I know what those
Blake,
kids
Blake,
are.
stereotypes
I know
are
what those
dangerous.
kids are.
Stereotypes are dangerous. Anyways,
The guy with the weed socks. Yeah,
that's true.
I
I'm
know.
sure.
God.
I'm sure they probably do have weed.
I
socks.
know what you're saying.
All right, Mr. Political. Anyways,
What?
Keep going.
Okay. So they're obviously they're just like trying to scam because we always had promotions where if you sign up on a new line or you transfer over, you get $200 Target gift card, $250, and we've even had some special promotions where you get like $300. And so these kids wanted 4 lines on which I don't know why. Anytime someone was scamming, it was always Verizon. And they didn't do AT&T or Sprint or anything like that. It was always Verizon.
Sprint should do a commercial about that.
Like,
The
hey,
guy from Verizon.
oh yeah, swap it over.
Weren't you with Verizon? Yeah, until
Yeah.
they started scamming people.
But anyway, so they set up for 4 lines, and they had some bullshit ID and some like it seemed to be fake social security or whatever. And I think you could do I forget what the rules and stuff like that were for. But anyways, so obviously you knew this was fake. They had phones, and like they all had iPhone, 6s
Right.
or whatever at the time. So like I know these guys are just trying to buy these to flip the phones, and they don't
Sure.
give a shit about their credit or whatever. It could have even been their social security. So anyways, I was just trying to, because they have like ways to teach you to try and get around it, because technically you can't outright stop them, but you can, there are stuff that you can enter in the system where it does like a check. And so that's
It'll
supposed to
deny
kind of
him or
deter,
whatever.
not necessarily deny him, but deter him,
Ah.
so that they like, oh, well, I'll come back next time or something like that. So I was like looking for a way, but they had everything. I was just like, okay, let me get the iPhones, blah, blah, blah. So it's like 4 iPhone 6S pluses, whatever, blah, blah, blah. And then this one kid, the one kid in the red, I want to say jumpsuit, but it's just sweatpants.
Just say that. Just say red sweatpants.
Whatever. So I don't know.
He's not MC Hammer.
But anyways, so all of them had IDs, and then he was like, "Oh, wait a second, do I have to have my ID?" And I was just like, "Yes, you have to."
Yeah,
have
you do, dumbass.
You have to have your ID. Like, he didn't have to, but I was just like, "Okay, yes." And so he's like, "Oh shit, I think I left it at home." I was like,
Yeah,
all right, well,
yeah, you did.
I can't process this whole order unless you have the ID. And it's not like anyone else was like gonna fight me on it. And so I was just like, you guys come back, I'll have the phones, blah blah blah. Never saw him ever
Of course
again.
not.
So
I think I remember being there that day because you said there was 4 of them, right?
this was at a different store. This
Oh,
was not
never
with you.
mind.
I know.
I do remember there being like a group of 4 people that were looking for phones, though.
Oh yeah, no. There's they're always trying to scam and get, because, and that's one thing. Financial responsibility. No one gives a shit about their credit. They're going to sign up for 4 lines and do a payment installment plan, and then when they sell the phones and they don't do the payments and they give you some fake address and they try and bill you and they can't collect anything, sure, they're going to ding your credit to hell, but they don't give a shit. And it's stupid, because you should give a shit, because credit is the future, people.
Sure.
Not with the Equifax breach.
Yo, did we talk about the Equifax
You're gonna
breach?
have
Yeah.
to
Yeah, we
I
did.
think you
You're gonna
Damn
have to
it.
enlighten me on that then.
Oh my gosh, are you serious? You didn't hear about anything at all? Okay.
That's bad.
You are fit. I think it's like a 40% chance, but I'm just gonna say 50 because that's more scary.
You should
50%.
probably just assume you're affected.
Yeah, assume
Yeah.
you're 50% chance that your data, social security, credit card numbers, home address has been breached and has been leaked out into the public. So because
one company was hacked.
because one company,
Which company was it?
Equifax, there are
Their
3
credit
companies.
agency.
Yeah,
How do they have my info?
They're credit
They're
agencies. All
so
credit agencies have
anytime
it.
you do
What
like the
if-
free annual credit reports and stuff like that,
I've never done that.
okay, well, as an American,
They're still going to have it.
Yeah.
As an American citizen, you get and this is how all the commercials where it's like get your free credit report.com.
That's how they do it so fast, is they already have it.
they just take from one of your 3 allowed credit checks because they're like associated through the government and stuff like that. You put in your social security and then they've got boom, a history of everything. Literally you on paper. And so Trans-American or TransUnion or something like that, Equifax, and there's a third one that I forget.
Karama,
something like that. Yeah, all 3 of them have your information. And so one of them, Equifax, was like, sorry. Oh, and this happened in July or something, like June or July, and they didn't report it until September.
No, I think it was like 6 weeks after.
Oh, okay, so they didn't report it. They didn't report it immediately. That's what made me irritated. So, anyways, long story short, do a free credit check. Go through. They have it's like
there's a specific site.
It's like a government.
Do a little bit of research into it. There are
like literally, it's like uscreditcheck.com or .org or something.
But don't go to Equifax's website. Because if you go to Equifax's website, it'll waive your rights to suing them.
Yeah. So and this is what I really hate. And Zach, I think we talked about it a lot. But real quick, one last thing before we move on. If you go to get your credit checked, you waive it, but you can technically unwaive it because people were going to sue them and bullshit, but you have to mail in a letter. And it's going to take like 4 to 6 weeks to process and bullshit like that. Mm-hmm. And so they try and put up all these barriers where, we're going to make it as inconvenient for you as possible, but we're still giving you the chance and opportunity.
Forget that we're a giant credit agency corporation or whatever, and that we screwed 140 plus million Americans.
Oh yeah, more than that.
But we're not going to have any responsibility. We're going to try.
I invested all my money into precious metals, so
thank you, Blake. Thank you. Gosh,
seriously,
in gold.
Look up. Go to Google.
I'm scared to get my credit checked now.
No.
That's not going to hurt.
Just don't go to their specific website.
Yeah, they have like TransUnion or whatever. Go there, and then you can just do that.
And it's not that. Yeah, there is a site where you can get your credit check. I forgot what it's called. It's a specific site. It's not run by any of the 3 others. It's guaranteed.
No, it's like Apply United Credit or something like that.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is. Zach, $1 bajillion. It's called free credit report check.org or something.
It's free annual credit report.com.
No one apparently 140 million people don't have $1 bajillion now.
Well, that's true. But anyways,
okay, so
anyone listening, check your credit. Thank goodness that Mike.
All 2 of you.
Excuse me, 6 subscribers. Thank you very much.
Yes.
But
to the person in Israel listening, shalom.
I don't know. I think it was my Aunt Aviva or something like that. I forgot. But anyways,
thank you for your service. Sorry.
How do you know that? Well, I mean, I guess they serve 2-year mandatory, whatever. Anyways,
there's a few guides out there, but you can look up that'll tell you all the things that you can do and your options. And you're gonna have to dig a little bit because I just tried to look up that site and it was plagued by some of the credit. It replaced what should have been the site.
Oh, really?
With like credit agencies.
Oh,
and
wow.
Stuff.
Looks like it's time for me to move into the woods like I planned.
That's true.
You can't really be off the grid.
Mountain man.
I was gonna say something, but I forgot.
Good. Let's get out of your corner.
Get out of the corner.
Millennial bitch fest.
Well, I'm done. I'm done bitching. It was something. I think it was something tangent off of the credit, and I completely blanked out on what it was. So, I don't know. Something about credit cards.
All right.
Don't something. Anyways, back to I guess we can finally talk about the. Oh, hold on. My father texted me. I have to go see what he wants. I fixed it.
So guys, all right, how was school today?
Dude, school's great.
Yeah.
I went to class and my class was canceled. So I was actually pretty mad about that.
Oh, well, never mind. That's not good.
Oh, okay. All right. Got a topic. Zach, how was class first? You have to answer. How was class? You have to answer.
It was all right. It's my negotiation and dispute resolution class. So.
Oh, okay. I remember that.
It was fun.
All right. Here, you ready for the first official topic now that we're out of Millennial Bitch Fest corner?
All right.
And I've definitely struggled with this, especially like to this day, in keeping conversation, responding to people, not making it about yourself, and actually responding to their answer, like physically, because I've seen so many times where it's I've talked about this with a few of my other friends in the past before, where you are talking, and I mean, it might have even happened to this podcast. You just kind of is swept under the rug, but you have a topic. Let's say in this example, you're talking about the beach, okay? And so I'm going to talk about the beach and the family vacation, blah, 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 blah. And everybody, I've noticed, not all the time, but I've noticed that sometimes people are just waiting for you to stop talking so that they can talk. And that's their consideration and definition of a conversation.
People hearing without listening. Yeah,
exactly. And so
that's just active listening.
But
pseudo listening.
But my question is, do you guys struggle with it? Is because for me, it's so difficult because whenever, I'm talking to you guys or responding in the group chat or whatever it is, I'm just like trying to listen, and it's difficult for me sometimes to form a well-constructed response where you're responding to them and including what they originally said, but then segueing into what you want to talk about. So do you guys have any issues, complaints with that?
Most people.
Have you noticed that?
Yeah, most people probably do that from time to time. That's just human nature.
Well, I'm seeing it more like not. Okay, I wouldn't say like 80% of conversations, it's just I'm talking. Now this person's talking. I'm talking. Now this person's talking. It's not just a casual thing.
So when
that's kind of how a conversation just flows, isn't it?
Well, but what I'm trying to get at is I'm going to say here is topic A, and then you're going to do topic B, but not topic 2.0 or something like that. You're not trying to build off of what I'm saying.
Okay.
You're just responding,
waiting for your chance to talk.
Exactly.
As opposed to listening and then responding.
Right.
That's just not like a real conversation. That's just like speaking minutiae.
I understand what you're saying.
It's just bland, and you like that would.
So you're saying all of your conversations are not bland, and you have fulfilling and
no, you're gonna have lots of just kind of small talk type conversations that aren't like maybe true listening, but it's small talk. But that doesn't make them bad. It's
idle chit chat.
Well, but even aside from idle chit chat, like. I can't think of a specific, but like if we're talking about government or something like that, and you're saying I have an opinion about government, blah 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 blah, and then the other person's not going to build off of what you said. They're just going to say, oh, now here's my opinion about government, blah blah blah, and then it's either yes, I agree with that, but blah 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 blah. But it's not, you're not weaving your response to what they're saying. It's as if you're talking to a wall. So Alex, we can have a conversation, and if there's a wall in front of us, I can say blah 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 blah. Okay, Alex, now it's your turn to say something about blah 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 blah, and then we just put the two audio together. Then it'll sound like we're having a conversation. I'm saying have a dynamic, intricate conversation where what I say, I'm actively listening to you, Zach, and what I say is directly impacted from what you say.
Yeah, so I think I could get what you're saying.
Right.
You want to have a conversation that has flow with it, that like we can meaningfully talk to each other and actually be paying attention to what we're saying, and not just me waiting to spurt my own opinion into something or maybe go completely unrelated. Right.
And I don't think that is, because I think you can have idle, what you're trying to say is like idle conversation. And I've had idle conversation where it's just like, how are you? How's your day? Blah, blah, blah. But it's still that kind of what you say depends on what I say. Because and I'll, like I said, I'll even find myself in texting conversations where if someone's texting, like in Facebook Messenger, you have the bubbles or whatever, but when you can see when someone's talking, they'll be talk, and then I'll be already typing my response before they even finish their bubble. And so then maybe I'll send, after they send, I'll read what they say, and if my thing isn't too far off or doesn't make isn't too confusing, I'll send mine and then just respond directly to their thing again.
Yeah, that's case in point, active listening. That's what the whole concept of active listening is about.
Right. So do you
active listening doesn't encompass just like the listening part. It's the actual conversation and how you build off of it. It's exactly what you're saying.
Right.
Like what you just did. You'll like you say, you'll paraphrase kind of what someone just said, kind of like how I just did to you. Not this sentence, but like a moment ago. Sure. Okay, so you're saying this, and you sort of build so that way that the person that just spoke goes, okay, yeah, they got what I was saying. Now I'm building off of that and kind of putting my own little thing into it and adding to the conversation without just completely just detracting. Because now that I listened to you because I said it. I said like I asked a clarifying question. I'm literally doing this in like all three of my college classes. Like all three have either have active listening or other forms of business communication that we're talking about.
Zach, a little closer to the mic, sweetie.
Oh my gosh,
it's all good. Sorry. No, it's all good. But so what you're saying? So and so you incorporate that in all your conversations? Because I mean, I know and you, Zach, when we're talking, you and I, whatever. When we're talking, we'll just have like shooting the crap, just like whatever on Discord. But
just
like
random.
for the most part, do you find yourself actively doing the repeating and
it depends on what you do though, because that active listening definitely is a problem amongst most people, I would say, because you don't I mean, you don't even know, most people don't even know what that is, like without having pre or heard of it, or like they may have heard of just like listening and, oh, you need to listen better, but they don't really explain what makes listening good and whatnot. So yeah, a lot of people probably do suffer with it. Me personally, no, I don't think so, because I mean, I definitely understand that, and it's also like part of what you do. I volunteer for that Arma unit and stuff, and so I'm constantly dealing with people and having to listen to people and say like, okay, well, hey, how could we have done this better? Like legitimately listen to them. And
for
and
the
ask
record, Arma is a video game.
Arma is a video game.
He's not in a subdivision of the army.
Yeah.
I didn't know. That's not what I assumed.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I forgot.
I
No
assume
offense, Zach.
Arma is in the subdivision of. No one knows what Zach looks like. He definitely is. He's like a 6 foot tall, really bulky, beefy man of a man. So.
But anyway, so yes, because of that, and I bet like people in customer service and retail, at least at first, they probably are they naturally get better in a professional setting at active listening, because you really do have to listen. But it goes both ways at that, because if you've worked at Target for a long time, you get tired of people's shit, and then you stop listening and active listening. Whereas you may have been very good at first, but then it's sort of just you fall off because you just don't.
That's me all the way.
Really? Were you ever at Target? Were you ever like actively like, hey, how you doing? Insert customer. Let me help you with that. Blah 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 blah. But now that
whenever I first started working there, that's how I was. But now it's just kind of like, okay, what do you need? I can help you find it, and then leave me the fuck alone.
Well, I think part of it is because
Target.
leave me the fuck alone.
I mean, I will help you. I will help you accomplish your goal of what you came into the store to do.
What if I came in to talk to you?
Well, then
That's
you
my
came
goal.
to the wrong store.
You came to the wrong place, motherfucker.
Okay.
Well, but I think
Target.
that's a different dynamic, because at Target, people aren't looking for a conversation. So like,
it depends though, because they might be. It could be someone like asking a legitimate question, like, hey, I'm looking for the apples, but specifically, I was wondering if you knew anything about this or this, and
where are they from?
Like maybe not that, but they may have a specific grievance that would require you to actually listen in a way where you're not just like, here's the apples, and over corporate beats you down. I know, because I worked in a pharmacy, and people get mad about insurance and stuff. It's repetitive, and so you hear it and you're like, here's answer. Bye.
Okay.
And
So
you didn't really listen to what they were saying, even though they may be concerned about something.
So none of you guys, or I say none, but okay, excluding Zach, so you guys don't like, because I'll find myself preparing responses, and I'll try and, like I've said, or tried to say, I'll try and weave what I want to say to it, but like, while you guys are talking, I'm like, okay, what do I need to say next? What do I need to say next? Because I think part of it, well, and it's not like I'm totally zoning out and I don't hear you guys, so I'm just going to respond, but...
I'm sorry, what was that?
Yeah, Blake, do we need to, actually, real quick, that reminded me, the first episode, I think, the first episode when you're talking about music, and I was just like, name 5 trumpet people or whatever.
You're being a dick.
Yeah.
And he totally destroyed you.
That's true.
Like,
my mom was just like, why are you so mean to Blake? Stop being so mean to Blake. And I was just like, Mom, it's fine.
It's okay.
It's okay. This is what we do. No, it's not nice. You need to stop.
This is where we go into an adventure. Like 10 episodes later, we have to announce Blake can't make it anymore.
It's just
Blake's not going to be part of here. But anyways, so Blake, do you see that at all whenever you're working or wherever? When you're talking to your bosses or anything?
My boss has no problem talking, and I don't mind letting him talk, because I love what he has to say, and I love talking about baseball and whatever I want to talk to him about.
Wait, you guys don't talk about work when you're at work?
When I have questions, yeah, but it
needs to be at work 24/7.
Okay, Dad. I think... Man, I think a lot of people, most people probably struggle with it, and I think it's a cultural shift in terms of us being more isolated and being in so much into our phones, and being like, no one talks to each other. Like comedians have bits about not wanting to talk to each other when on the elevator, not wanting to talk to each other. First of all, who wants to talk to somebody in an elevator? Fucking no one.
Sure.
Sorry.
No, it's fine.
And
well, no, but so real quick, I'm gonna interrupt you because I love you, Blake. Have you seen the picture? And because I agree to a certain point in my life, I agreed where it's like, God, millennials are stupid with their phones and blah, 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 blah. But I saw a picture, and I'm sure it's like this is just a single incident. But like I saw a picture of like this is 2017, and everyone's got their face in their phones, blah 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 blah. But it's like this is the 1940s, and everyone
had their
has their
face in the newspaper.
Newspapers, yeah.
That's
so I think
such a. I don't think that's a good comparison.
But I think the when being in public and being outside, I think people just naturally have a tendency to not want to talk to other people. Because that's me. I don't know about. I'm not like looking to Joe Schmo to say, "Hey, Joe Schmo, how you doing? How's your morning? Blah blah blah. Is that the dog looks healthy? Is your wife doing okay?"
You don't
blah,
do that?
Blah. No, I don't.
I do that.
Really? Just to like people on the street, just like, "Hey, how you doing?"
No, if I'm passing them by, like, "Hey, how you doing?" And that's it.
I cannot. I cannot.
Eye
contact. I just can't.
Yeah, I don't have a problem with that, especially at work when I'm meeting new people every day.
Sure.
And just walking into a dealership and people I don't know, I'll just say, "Hey, how's it going? How's your day going?" Man, I woke up this morning, can't complain. I'm like, hell yeah, man, better above the ground than below it. And then you just go on your way.
But you don't sit there for like a minute or something to like.
We're too busy to sit there for a minute.
Okay, so you're walking on the street and Joe Schmo's, "Hey, how you doing?" And then like the guy's like, "I'm not doing so well." We're just like, "Okay, see you later."
No, I'm not a dick. Like, man, I'm sorry to hear that. Hope everything gets better, and then you move on.
Okay, so it's
just I like that.
Quick,
it's not my.
It's difficult.
Because for me,
maybe that was just from working in a restaurant, and I'm sorry. I didn't want
no,
to
you're good, dude. I interrupt you all the time.
But working in a restaurant,
shut up.
It groomed me after 4 years working in a restaurant, 5 years. Mm-hmm. It groomed me into. You have to be comfortable talking to people.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if you're not, then like I remember training this one girl, and she would not talk to people.
Was it?
It was no. It was
okay.
No. No, we're not going to talk about her. And she was a lady that ran the register, and you have to talk to people there. And she wouldn't say a damn word to anybody.
Really?
And yeah, it was.
Well, I think that's just she's unqualified for the job. But
I agree. But there are enough people out there where it's becoming an issue of you have to learn to be comfortable talking to people and being genuine about it.
Well, for me, it's not because I can talk to random strangers, in class or at work or whatever. Sure, if you're not someone I know, I'll sit by you. Hey, how you doing? Do you want to do this project or whatever? I don't have an issue with that. It's just the
random people
on the street, eye contact. If they make eye contact with me, I'll make eye contact, and they say hey, I'll say hey, but that's it. Like normally I walk with my head down, and I don't know if this is just like a
sure
words.
It's just your personality.
But I don't know. I don't know if that
Which,
stems.
by the way,
I don't know if that stems from a personality, but it's just if I look down, no one's gonna bother me. No one's gonna do whatever. Because even when I have headphones in, and I'm walking, people will be like, "Hey, how you doing?" And I'm just like,
I mean, that's just who different people are, though. Some people, I mean, first of all, if someone's saying hi to you with your headphones in, they clearly don't get the message, because that usually means
that's happened.
That's what I've seen with people with headphones. Like if I have my headphones in, I don't want to talk to you.
Right.
I don't want to talk to anyone right now. But I'm not always like that.
And just real quick, a side story, and then Alex, I'm curious on what you think about this. I've actually my phone has been dead a couple of times, like on campus or whatever. It's like later or whatever, my phone's dead, and I'm just like, okay, whatever. And so I'll and maybe when I didn't have my phone or for whatever reason, I wouldn't be listening to music, and even my headphones wouldn't be plugged into anything. But I'd still just put my headphones in and just have the plug in my pocket. It's not plugged into anything,
because
but
you just didn't want to socialize.
That's
right.
your do not disturb sign.
Exactly. It's just it's a public do not disturb, and then still there are people that's like, hey, whatever, blah blah blah. And I mean, you're gonna have
just being nice. Bunch of dicks.
But
damn,
it's like
those nice people trying to talk to me.
I mean, that's great. You want to be nice, but if I got my heads down or something, Blake, why does your watch always beeps? Why does it beep? It's 8 o'clock and that's it. You got something to do at 8 o'clock?
No, it does it every hour.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't notice it last hour.
That's how watches work.
Because I showed up at 7:02.
Oh, really? And it already beeped outside?
Yeah.
Can you guarantee that?
I can guarantee that.
So at 9 o'clock it's going to beep again?
9 o'clock it will.
All right,
beep.
folks, you heard it right here. Blake's watch beeps every hour. Anyways,
Balls, Mom, this is what I'm talking about.
But anyways, so I've done that multiple. I mean, I don't do it all the time, but I've done it a couple times where I'm just like, okay, isolation mode, activate, and then I don't know, and it's not like because I'm like, you guys know me, I'm a social butterfly. I'll just be fucking loud and
Apparently
obnoxious.
not.
And, well, but it's like if I'm going from point A to point B, I think it's the traveling. It's the when I'm doing something. Because if I'm sitting at Jason's Deli, Blake, you know me. I've been loud. I've been obnoxious. Going to main event, I've been loud and obnoxious.
Oh yeah,
sure, all the time. And you guys love that about me, don't you? And so I think, I guess, narrowing it down, I think it's whenever I'm doing something from point A to point B.
But you just said when you're sitting down at school and your phone doesn't work, you
prefer
that's not to.
No. That's when I'm walking. When I'm going. What did I say?
Oh,
did I
okay.
say? Because
Yeah, I thought the scenario was you're sitting down and you just put the headphone jack in your pocket. And you're like, leave me the fuck alone.
Oh no, I'll do that. I'll do that when I'm walking.
Okay,
I'll just put it in my pocket.
Sitting down, I'm like, okay.
Oh no, I've had people, and it's kind of weird, and I'm totally being a hypocrite here, but like I've had people where I'm like legit like watching a show on my phone, and I'm just like giggling at stuff. I'm just like,
what's so funny?
And someone will be just like, hey, what are you watching, or blah blah blah, and I'll just be like, what? Oh, and I'll be totally fine to talk to them. It's just I think we're narrowing it down. We're psychoanalyzing.
You're in a form of transportation.
We're seeming to identify some of your personal problems.
I don't know. I don't think it's a
what
problem.
if you're like sitting on a bus? Do you ever ride the bus or the DART or anything?
Yeah, I've ridden the bus before.
So do you not talk to people on the bus or the DART or anything?
I don't make an active measures to talk to people, but if someone talks to me on the bus, that's fine. I'll talk to them. I don't give a shit. It's actually fun story.
So it's when you're walking, specifically.
I think it's also what is that? Why are you snapping? Just interrupt me. What were you gonna say, Alex? Am I talking too much?
I know.
I have no idea.
I'm not. I just wanted to comment that this is the third time you said just a quick little side story.
That's true. Okay. All right. Quick, guys, watch me on this. Quick side story.
So I have a story. I'm just
in middle school, rode the bus, and it was really awesome. And we had this old bus driver named Charlie. And whenever he was driving a bus home, sometimes he'd do a real quick stop. So he's going like maybe 2-3 miles an hour, and then he would slam on the brakes, and like everyone would go wee in the air, and it was really fun. I forget. Because you asked me if I rode the bus or the DART or whatever. So, anyways,
Alex, how you doing, man?
Yeah.
So for me, whenever like a random person starts talking to me, I'm super distrustful of like everyone. So when somebody starts talking to me and I don't know them, I automatically think, what do you want?
Is this in general, or like when, in my case, walking or whatever?
If I'm like walking at like a mall or something and some random person that's not working at the mall tries to talk to me, then I'm automatically thinking, okay, what are they trying to pull?
Okay.
Because I don't trust people.
Sure.
Wow, that is some serious PTSD from corporate retail.
Well, yeah. I don't even think it's...
Yes,
it is part of that.
Oh, really?
Because people always want something when they're asking you things.
Yeah, and like whenever somebody is like being super energetic talking to me when I'm working, I'm thinking, okay, so... Because that's something that people will do. They'll try to distract you so that somebody else can like, pocket something or steal something.
Oh,
so
okay.
I'm automatically thinking like, okay, so is this person trying to set me up to
that's so weird.
Get my wallet stolen or something?
Yeah.
Because like that happens.
Well,
it doesn't really happen, in America that much, but
sure.
In like Italy, people will be like walking on a bridge.
Wait, hold up. Before you start shitting on Italians, you verified on this? Is that the thing, or is it just a stereotype?
Yes.
like smoking on the toilet. It's a very Italian thing, kind of deal.
No, it's just like in Europe, I can't remember which country it was. Italy came to mind first.
Those damn Italians.
But it's like that's a thing that whenever they see Americans, they'll just go up, talk to them randomly, and then you'll get your wallet stolen like the next thing because they know that they can just fuck with Americans over there.
You're going to get a lot of letters from the Italian Federation.
Well, not even. It's just like that was just an example. I can't remember which country it was in Europe.
I bet it's the Swedes.
So then, hold on. What are you guys' opinions on like people trying to hand you shit? Like I walk past them.
That's one of the things that I'm talking about. Like they'll hand you something, and then immediately as you take that from them, they'll be like, "Okay, $5."
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Have you never been to New York?
These are Americans or no? I know in New York, for specifically in Times Square, they have like the people that dress up in the Elmo costumes and the Captain America costumes and stuff like that, and they'll be like, "Hey, take a picture." So you kid goes there, you take a picture, and then they'll charge you. Yeah, they'll charge you for that shit. I didn't know about handing stuff out.
Yeah, it's like they'll get like this shitty bracelet that's made out of like floss.
Oh, really?
And they'll be like, "Hey, here's a gift," and then
wait, and this is Italia, or
this is everywhere?
yeah, that's
everywhere.
that's the thing that
scams.
they just
wow.
abuse tourists like that.
Wow. Okay, that's horrible. But I'm just saying, like,
they can even step it up.
You can still be polite and say no thanks, guys, and just
Well,
keep walking.
Yeah, as
You
long
really-
as you don't take the thing from them, but sometimes they'll like wrap it around your wrist.
Oh, really?
They'll,
Yeah.
they'll be
Wow.
running it as a racket. And
That's when you
they'll wrap it
yell,
around your wrist, and then they have
"Safety,
three
safety,"
guys that
and
start
fight.
to encircle you.
Yeah,
Wow.
that's
and
what
they
I'm talking
and they
about.
basically are just like $20.
Wow. Okay. Well, I'm just talking about just people pamphlets or whatever. Just like, hey, here, support my cause.
Join the.
Oh,
Mormon
like
I didn't know
Church.
that there's like a
doomsayers,
mafia or whatever.
Oh, yeah, there's all
Have you
sorts
read
of
the Book
fun
of Mormon?
scams.
Well, hey, that's a really good play.
Have you seen it live?
I have not.
Oh, neither have I.
It's a really good play.
I
just
actually haven't seen it at all. I just know it's a good play. I'm just a piece of shit. No, but no, with the people that are handing shit out and like, oh, hey, join our cause or blah 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 blah, I just ignore them. Like people like in the past, they make eye contact with me, and then I look away and I just walk past them, and then I may bump into their arm or something like that, not on purpose, but just like I'm just trying to
because they're just in your
sending a
way.
message.
I'm not even
sending a
trying to send it.
message.
I'm just like, don't.
Yeah,
It's,
I feel you.
'cause
Don't worry, I got you.
As soon as you say no, thank you, then they'll be like, then they've got
I
you.
got you.
Then,
they
then
don't.
You spoke to them.
Because Blake,
Uh-huh.
hey Blake, try Vagisil. It will help you
No
with
thanks,
your
I don't
sex
have a
life.
vagina.
Well,
I'm
hold on,
pretty
wait, hold on.
No,
do you have
I'm
a
all right,
special
sir.
somebody?
Thank you
Do
very
have a
much.
special
Thank you very
somebody?
muure.
But
And by
I'm
that
gonna
point,
follow
I'm-
you. I'm following you while doing all
Okay,
of
well
this.
then at that point, if they keep following me,
exactly,
it's harassment.
it's not harassment because they're trying to better your life.
If you're touching me like
I'm
that,
only trying to
if
better
you're
your
touching
life.
me like that, it's on.
For the record, people, I was just touching on his shoulder, so it was nothing bad. But no,
Yeah.
but I mean, like they'll follow you and like because I've seen because one guy
At that point, though, if these guys are the salesmen that they swear they are,
They're
they'll
not,
realize that. Well, they will realize that this guy isn't worth the time to follow.
hold
him.
on.
Okay, they're
you
not
guys-
real salesmen.
I haven't been harassed by these fools before, so if I have, it's no thanks, guys. I appreciate it, and I keep walking. I don't say another word.
You have that kind of voice though. That's very much like. And this isn't like this is just from my knowing you. You have the perfect kind of voice for when you speak and you say no thanks. You know they're gonna be like, oh. But
so if you've also like no thanks,
yeah,
they're just
really.
I got him.
But
I
for
got him.
most-
Oh, he's gonna
most
act
of the
it out
time,
with you
though,
now.
Hold on,
Most
no,
of the
no.
time, you cannot talk to them. You just no eye contact, nothing. Just walk past.
Okay,
them.
I have a book that I got because I was walking on campus. The Nectar of Instruction. Some guy, legit. He was like a monk or something like that. He was.
Did he have on like the friar
This is a
uniform?
weird
too?
ass
Yeah,
Very
exactly.
book, by
No,
the
like,
way.
No shit,
seriously,
okay.
like he was full dressed up. So he was going around just on like in our library strip, talking to people, trying to hand
How
shit
to
out.
choose a
Hey,
guru.
blah blah blah. Here, try this. And then I said, and I didn't have my headphones in, unfortunately, and I was just like, and I haven't read that at all. This was years ago, and he was like, hey, do you have a second to talk about changing your lifestyle or something? I was like, no, thank you, I'm all right. And then he follows me and he tries to talk to me and he's like, well, why not? Blah, 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 blah. And I was like, well, look, I gotta go. No, hold on. It'll just be a second, blah, 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 blah. And then he just ropes me into
That's
this.
when you get aggressive.
And then he just gives
too
me
much.
this book. He gives me this book. It was free, but he was like, here, read this book. But here, if you have $20, here's another book I want to give you, blah, 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 blah. And I was just like, look, dude, I'll take your book, whatever, just get out of my face. And because that's what they do. And I've had this book. I've never read it, and I don't know who knows? It could have like the best insightful teachings, and I could be enlightened at the end of this book.
Oh, here, chapter 2, invest in
Become the
precious
next
metals.
Messiah.
There you go. But yeah, and that's why I have. And moral of the story, that's why I have headphones in, so that people won't. Well, I mean, they'll still offer you crap.
That doesn't really defend you.
It defends me.
You have to get good at just knowing how to. If you're scared of scammers,
No, I'm not scared of
people-
scam. Like
and
I'm
people
not.
like
No one's
that.
gonna pressure me into. Oh my God! Why am I giving you money? You guys are so good at your job. What the heck is going?
Okay, but that's in like New York or Chicago or other
Sure.
big cities. Like that kind of stuff there on your college campus is one in a while, and even
Oh
then,
no, all the
you
time.
could just-
People like not like him specifically, but people like this all the time at UNT campus.
really,
Yeah.
I don't see that. Crap
There's
at
a guy.
UTD.
There's a guy every week on Wednesdays. And Alex, can you tell me if I talked about this before about the preacher guy on Wednesdays?
Yes.
I think. Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna
And-
talk about it again.
And somebody else was talking about how there was like a super racist guy.
Yeah, this
Yeah.
was on I think the 7th episode or something. We talked
Who
about
knows?
chicken.
They're all fucking.
They're all
wrong
out of
numbered.
order. Anyways, so there's a guy that shows up every single week talking about religion, letting people preach and debate him and stuff like that. And so just UNT's got a bunch of people that if you're just not walking, then maybe that UNT gave me PTSD on people handing me shit because literally like and thank God by the end of like my last year or 2 years, I was just at one building. I was just at the business leadership building. But when I had classes across campus and I had to walk all the way across campus, it was just, hey, do this. Hey, try this. Hey, look at me. Blah, 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 blah. Look, blah, blah, blah. Look at me. Look at me. Look at me.
Well, that just sounds like UNT sucking at dealing with like permitting.
Well,
for
no,
these
it's just-
people. But
it's-
it's also in the heart of the city, so to speak.
That is true. There
It's-
is a lot of
it's-
homeless people in Denton.
It's there. So yeah, you're gonna find more of those kind of dudes because UTD
keep
we see
this?
that once in a while.
Yeah, that's fine. It's go ahead. Okay, stipulation: you
He's
can only
gonna
keep that book if
end
you
up
read it.
enlightening.
You have a week to read that book.
It's only
You can-
like 70 pages.
You have 3 days to read. I can't read a book in 3 days. I'm the
You
slowest reader.
can't read 70 pages with
No.
like 5-point font.
Oh, it has always baffled me.
To
and
be
just
fair, half of the text is in 3 different languages.
Oh,
and then
really?
there's a translation,
Wait,
so
is
you
it-
can just skip.
yeah. They
See,
translate.
I haven't even opened the book, so I
They
didn't even know
have-
that they have different languages.
I don't know what
Welcome
language
to No
this
Fear
is.
Shakespeare.
And then
Arabic.
it says translation: a sober person who can tolerate the urge to speak, the mind's demands, the actions of anger, and the urges of the tongue, belly, and genitals is qualified to make disciples all over the world.
Okay, I know that's Arabic. I think, whatever. And then
That
I know, I
looks.
think.
They did it so that it would
Into
be a
the
bigger
book.
book.
Into
That-
the mic you
Oh, that's
Okay,
Klingon.
This
I didn't
needs
know
to
that.
go into a fire.
What's wrong with that?
no, it's just. I mean, if it's just a
sucking
book,
you in.
it's
You
a book
two
of
are-
random.
Give me
crap.
the book.
I need to know. Well,
need to
so
know
no,
like
It said skip to page 63.
real quick. People who read really fast has always surprised me. Like honestly, that's
Nerd.
very attractive to me. That if you can just,
Ooh.
I'm serious. Like if you can sit down and you just here's a book. Here's like a 200-page book. I've been super jealous of people who can
Well,
do
then
that.
you'll
Well,
be
it's your
happy
lucky
to
day,
know
my
I read
friend.
the
Yeah.
I read the last Harry Potter book in 2 days.
Humble brag.
Oh God.
Just like seriously,
Say it slower. Say it slower.
Okay, all right, thanks guys. But like for me, like the book Ready Player One. When I read that, I got that as a
Are
gift.
they making a movie about that?
I'm so excited for that movie.
And Spielberg
I
is
am
behind
so,
it. Dude.
Okay, the trailer.
It's
Did you guys
awesome.
notice
It's
that it's just Willy Wonka playing in the trailer?
Yes.
It was awesome.
Okay.
I'm so excited for that movie.
all right.
I'm so
Rest
because
in peace.
Rest in peace. Yeah.
Headphone
Rest in peace, Willy Wonka.
I'll
Yeah.
make sure to isolate that and
Here's
just
to hope they
tone me
did
down.
it right.
No, but look, the book was really awesome and I thoroughly enjoyed it. It took me forever to read that bitch. Like
How long is it?
It's
probably
probably
short in terms of
100
novels.
something.
Yeah, that's not
it's,
a
no,
very
it's
long
it's
book.
it's a young
I
adult
really want to
book.
read it.
Like,
I want to read it now.
it's super awesome. The guy, like the whole premise is just it's a big '80s reference.
It's not Tolkien.
No. It's
Not at
just
all.
it's a big '80s
The
reference.
story will end soon.
The story
Right.
the story is compelling. The characters are interesting. The concept is really awesome. And honestly, it's like I get why people are excited when books to movies come out. I've never felt that, even though I have read a few books that went to movies. That's a lie. I don't think I ever have. I'm trying to seem more holistic. I don't know why I keep doing that.
You haven't read any books to movies?
Harry
that what you're
Potter.
saying?
Yeah, like Harry
Aragon,
Potter. I haven't read any.
You
of
haven't
that.
read any of Tolkien?
Lightning Thief.
No.
Yeah,
I've
yeah,
only, I've
did you
only,
not read
no, I didn't read the Lightning Thief. I was never in.
How
I
about
Uncultured
any Cormac,
Swine.
I-
McCarthy, any Cormac
Well, those
McCarthy
Lightning
books
Thief.
at all?
I read Holes after the movie came out. No, okay, actually, hold on. I read Holes after the movie came out, and then I read the next book, Small Steps. Really good movie. I believe it follows X-Ray and someone else when
Stanley Yelnats.
after Stanley Yelnats. But it's the story of X-Ray and then somebody else after they leave the that camp or whatever, and it's just them in the city trying to make it and trying to live, and it's really good. Taking Small Steps. I read that in like middle school. No, I read it in elementary school actually. That was like the last time I read a book is like in elementary school.
Really?
Yeah.
Well,
Other than
and,
yeah, I'm an uncultured dumb shit who
well, I'm
doesn't
saying,
like
what are
reading
those
books.
books right
Swag.
there?
Do it.
What are those books on your shelf
He
right
has
now?
a No Fear Shakespeare book on. the
I do
shelf.
have No Fear Shakespeare. Okay, that's actually a funny story. It's Macbeth, and we had to. I think we were in high school. Okay, I read it in high school because of the high school assignments. Actually, I read it in high school. Well, okay, yeah, I read it in
read
high
it
school.
on
'cause
Cliff Notes.
No. I actually did read the books for the high school assignments.
Really?
But I don't consider those like I took it upon myself to read because whatever.
Right.
But anyways, Macbeth, real quick. I have Macbeth because we were supposed to have A Tale of Two Cities I heard Macbeth, and then I bought.
I
bought Macbeth.
I get it.
Charles Dickens versus Shakespeare.
You're such a good listener.
I am a great listener.
This brings us back to
that
the
is
first
true.
conversation.
And then
I don't know how many people actually like. I don't know, and like in high school, those books that we had to read. Give them some credit. Those books were great. Like I loved reading Shakespeare, and I loved reading George Orwell.
Like Of Mice and Men.
Yeah,
I didn't read that book.
That was a good book.
Hell yeah.
That wasn't a book that we had
or
to
any
read.
when we had to read Animal Farm or 1984.
Animal Farm was good.
Yeah.
I read
Or Anthem.
I
read Animal Farm in middle school, and then
Yeah, I did too.
1984, we had the chance of 1984 versus A Brave New World. Brave New World is an excellent book. I read
Have you
that
not
book.
read 1984 yet?
I've not read it.
They
everybody-
made us like. I don't know about y'all's curriculums, but at least ours, it was all dark books.
Mhm.
Like there was not the happiest book on there was a freaking the pushcart war in 6th
Well,
grade.
but happy books,
Humorous.
happy books, you can't like. It's very
It's hard to
shallow.
do,
I
yeah.
think.
No, that's completely not.
Name
true.
me a happy book.
You could read freaking Harry Potter and still.
Nice.
Harry
learn
Potter's
lot
not a
about-
happy book.
Night by
It's-
Eli Wiesel.
In terms of freaking Holocaust and Heart of Darkness and
Sure,
Child of Eden.
genocide and suicide. Yeah,
Yeah, also all those
The Canterbury
horrible
Tales.
things.
Did you guys not read
Almost
the Canterbury
every
Tales?
yeah, but
book
the
that
Harry
we
Potter
read-
has like murders in it
Damn.
and stuff like that.
Yeah, but there's still stuff to be learned, and there's still a nice and intriguing
Yeah, but
story.
Harry
Count of
Potter's-
Monte Cristo, for example.
I haven't read that.
Count of Monte Cristo was technically a harmless book, so to speak. That's
Uh-huh.
not super dark, and is still really cool to read. And there's a lot of stuff to learn from it.
You know what was really good? Not Count of Monte Cristo, but
Wow, fuck you! That was the best book.
I
I was
haven't-
so
I haven't
happy
read
when we
Count of
got to
Monte
read
Cristo.
that. It was so nice after reading Heart of Darkness and East of Eden.
I liked Heart of Darkness.
You're like V
it was cool.
from
It was a good book.
V for Vendetta.
Dark.
Who's obsessed with that movie?
But the Odyssey. I love the
Oh,
Odyssey.
yeah, I
we didn't
love
read
Homer.
all of it.
No?
but, because we read it in my freshman year, and we
Yeah.
did segments and stuff like that where we'd read a certain section. Awesome, made me want to. Still to this day, my first child will be Odysseus. His name will be Odysseus.
What are you
That
gonna
guy
call him?
You
fuck his mom.
cruel,
Odie.
cruel
You're
man.
gonna call him Odie?
Yeah, because there's
You think
it's
he's
actually
gonna do well
Israeli
in a,
name.
You think he's gonna do well in
It's
a
an-
public school with
It's a
that?
Hebrew
How's he
name.
gonna know how to
That's
spell his own name?
Buy the book. I'll make him carry the book.
Your wife is holding the baby, and you're just reading it to him.
And
He's
soon
gonna-
you will come to shore and kill me.
He's gonna be born with a complex.
He probably will. He'll have issues.
Yeah, that's
Her dad-
But yeah, other than there's a few books that I kind of read a little bit. Like I know my dad wanted me to read The Alchemist, I think it's called, or something like that. And then there's a few other fantasy books that because he's big into audiobooks now. I mean he like you guys
I can't do
except
that.
for Alex, you guys have been to my house and you've seen like the shit ton of books that we have. But I'm big into audiobooks as well, so I really like me gusta audiobooks.
I
don't know
can't.
what
I can't do the audiobooks. I don't like
Is that
listening to
supposed to
some
be
dude.
Spanish in a Italian
Italian.
accent?
Me gusta. Yeah,
Oh god, that hurts.
we're culturally
Insensitive.
No, it's okay. I'm Hispanic, so we're totally protected.
That's true. We are protected because he's Hispanic. But yeah, no. So Ready Player One, I think, is one of the books, and I read that maybe like a year ago, less than that. I mean, I tried rereading it, and I got like a few chapters in. Other stuff has happened, and I don't know. I just a friend, a mutual friend of ours. Well, I don't know. Sure, we'll call him a friend. Mutual friend of ours. He makes time at night to read. So like 10 to 11, he'll just say, "Look, that's my reading time." And I tried to do that, but it's just like at 10 or 11, I'm so tired that I'm just like.
What is sleep?
Do you,
I can't read anymore.
Why?
Really?
Do you know the letters in the alphabet?
Shut the fuck up.
No, I actually recently won a $400 million for doing some. I like punched some guy or something. And,
What the fuck?
Is that a Mayweather reference?
yeah, it's a Mayweather reference.
I like boxing, but I haven't like
It's
participated in watching.
You know what
boxing.
Mayweather can read? The numbers on his bills. That's what's up.
That's
Okay,
true.
that's all he's got to read.
It is true. But anyways,
He sucks.
I'm trying to look at my bookshelf and some of the other books. I don't know. I'm just excited for the movie because
Is that Mein Kampf?
no. Actually, maybe. Maybe I don't know. But yeah, I tried
It's
to buy
funny because
the
he's
Iliad
Jewish.
and the Odyssey, and I was just like, I'm gonna read
So
that.
you read the Iliad?
No, I didn't. I bought it from Half Price Books. And I was
Did
like,
you
I'm
read
gonna
like a translation or like the original?
No, I mean, the original's like in what, Latin or something.
No,
bullshit?
I mean, yeah, but
I think
like
it's
the
in
like the
Greek.
original
yeah.
translation.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah, no, it's not the no fear version. The super easy. Anyone
Honestly,
can
OMG, Odysseus.
read.
Honestly, I would rather go for that because I hated reading all the Greek stuff just because it was so painful to read. Like, people do not talk like this.
No, I don't know. I had a problem reading Beowulf senior year.
I saw that movie. I don't remember the movie.
The book.
It's hard,
dude. It was so old it's English.
It's in a poem in old English.
What's the Shakespeare? I'm blanking on the name, but I'll probably remember it as soon as you tell me. The black guy whose wife betrays him, who has Iago. What is his name?
Is that Merchant of Venice?
No, not Merchant. It's the king, black guy. He's a king, has a wife or whatever, and then Iago wants to be the power, and so he whispers poison in the king's ear, and he says that the wife is being unfaithful, and then he ends up killing the wife. And oh my God, what is the name of that Shakespeare book?
Hamlet?
No, not Hamlet.
Because I don't remember the king being black, but I remember the whispers.
I know what you're talking about.
Miss Webb! Miss Webb, tell me what I'm thinking! Because they had a movie on Netflix that I watched with a friend that was really awesome, but I actually read the
Sounds
book
like
itself.
Cat in the Hat.
Cat in the Hat.
Yo, did you guys see the Cat in the Hat movie with Mike Myers?
I love that movie.
I haven't seen it. I saw gameplay of the video game.
Everyone
shit
shits
was an
on
acid trip.
Everyone shits on it, but I thought it was so damn funny.
Okay, hold on. You guys try and make conversation. I'm gonna freaking.
But we're hopeless without our moderator.
Yeah, you got to give us topics and shit.
Yeah.
All right.
You gotta like
here while I look
you
up.
got a quick side story.
Miss Webb, while I look this up. Okay, how do you decide on making a purchase in terms of impulse buying, or do you guys do weeks of research and investment? And stuff?
I could do it.
Okay. Go ahead, Zach. Lead it.
In reference to impulse buying, I won't talk about the other stuff, but impulse buying, if there's something that I really want, I'm gonna be like, no, and then I'll just come back I'll wait 2 weeks, and at the end of 2 weeks, I'll come back to that item, and if I still want that, I'll get it.
Okay.
And that's how I stop myself from impulse buying.
Interesting.
I don't spend.
Othello! That's what it is! Othello!
Oh, yeah.
Othello, I wear my heart on my sleeve. Right, something, you make me quiver at the knees.
Okay, great.
That was a good one. Midsummer Night's Dream I read in middle school, and that was really good.
All that crap. Anything that's in poem format could just freaking
honestly,
rock.
It was amazing. Midsummer Night's Dream in middle school, because we were in the PACE program or whatever.
Too?
We did it! We played! It was so awesome! And that's going into high school, I was so excited because we did like Romeo and Juliet, and we did Othello.
And
I was just like, it out.
Well, but we didn't. And that's what pissed me off. And it was my senior year of high school, just regular English. And I was just like, Miss Webb, because I had Miss Webb for AP English 3 in my junior year. And so we had already a relationship.
AP English.
Well, I hated it. It was horrible. I hated it. But anyways, going into senior year, I was like, Miss Webb, Miss Webb, can we please act out Othello? Because like I was really into it. I was reading it. And we actually did. And it was awesome. And we didn't like physically act it out, but we do play the parts and stuff.
That's what we did.
Read it back and forth.
You were the bane of my existence.
I loved it. It was amazing.
We had to do it in our English classes.
In high school?
That sounds fun.
Through high school and senior high.
Are you serious?
It was cancer.
I love doing that.
Wow.
You see, and that's the difference. See, I'm okay with doing that and being loud and talking to random people in my class and being like, wherefore art thou is thy feelings in the pantaloons for me? And you don't want to do that, even though
Shakespeare majors are rolling in their graves right now.
All the English majors and Shakespeare. No.
That's not what he said. What are you doing? You're killing Shakespeare.
Just gave everybody conniptions.
Yeah, for that's difficult for me, and to the point that I was so salty that I would always. I'm very good at being like the serial killer vibe in terms of acting.
Yeah.
So anytime there was that kind of role, and they wanted us to role play. No, I'm sorry, I'm totally harmless, guys. But I was really good at it because I
thought that about Dexter too.
I've got that. I can pull it off. So I would like role play whatever part it was.
Guys,
like
we're
Sherlock or whatever.
Hold on, real quick.
Yes.
We're like at almost an hour and a half. Are you guys cool to keep going or what?
Sure.
Yeah.
All right, cool. I just don't know time restrictions on people. So I'm going to stop you right there, Zach. We all think you're a serial killer. It's too late. You've dug your grave.
What was the villain in the Sherlock book that we had to read?
Moriarty.
It's
not Moriarty.
No.
It's like Murchichardi.
No,
it's
Murchichardi.
Murchichardi. No,
I'm thinking of something else. Who's the
it's
guy?
Mojo Jojo.
Who was what was the book or story where there's a guy who owns a hotel and he kills people that come to the hotel?
Oh, the guy who owned the hotel who kills people who come to his hotel.
Fuck you. But
like Psycho?
No, it's not. No, I know what you're talking. Is it the Bates Motel? No,
that's a TV
show. But it's like the same concept.
But the guy
it had alligators in it, right?
I think it was a real hotel. It was a real life hotel
thing to remember.
where the guy had
Okay, real quick. I remember there was something that we were talking about. Either it was a story or a book or a play or something, and a guy would lure people into his hotel
and he had
kill them,
chambers and stuff.
He'd feed them to the alligator. It was like in Louisiana or something like that, and he'd feed them to the
No,
alligators.
he would do something. I mean, he had a furnace at the base of his hotel, and he would get their bones and throw them in there to remove the evidence. And when a detective
Stop giving me ideas.
And when the detective was close to finding out, like, he left and he took a train out way somewhere else and ran away. But he was a serial killer.
What a great ending.
What was that fucking book? Anyway,
wait, this is real life?
Part. Yeah, it happened in real life. He was a real guy. He killed like
How long ago is this? Please don't tell me he's still at large.
1800s.
Oh, okay, thank God.
He's still out there. Don't worry.
He's still at large.
Anyway, so I played the part for him, and I did such a good job. Apparently, because the whole class and the teacher, I remember they like distinctively, like they were looking at me when I like finished one of my lines or whatever, and everyone was just kind of like,
okay, let's watch that kid.
everyone
be friends with that kid.
It was funny. It was honestly the funniest thing ever because I remember
you thought it was funny, but you terrifying little Susie in the corner.
Did you, like method act, like just
it was. I mean,
feel the dark.
I will brag. It was good. I remember it being good, and all the
Daniel
kids were just like,
over here.
And my teacher, she like her mouth was literally like kind of like.
You're Zach. We know you're a serial killer.
Yeah,
serial killer.
Thank you. I can't say words today. What was it?
Quick side story. Can't sell words today.
Safety Dafety. No. Anyway, so back to shopping and impulse buying. I hated impulse buying, especially when I was growing up. It was very much because I specifically remember me and my dad and I. We were driving around.
It's okay to just say it's.
Sorry, it's after PTSD from John. Anyways, what was I saying? So we drove around for like the whole entire day to get the new Call of Duty Black Ops 1, and literally I was just like, oh, I have to have it. And like, I mean, thank God my dad loves me that he would be willing to drive me around to get this. And so I think we went to like 4 or 5 different GameStops and just random BS. And because I was looking for like the special edition and I didn't pre-order it or whatever. And then we finally found it and we got it. And then I specifically remember this feeling of I was super, super excited. I was like, oh, I have to have it. As soon as we bought it, got into the car, it just disappeared. I was just like, oh, okay, this is a game. It's whatever.
It's almost like a childlike instinct, like I need it.
Yeah,
kind of the.
I need.
But I mean, I even to this day, like I still get that, like I'll literally, it's
Great.
Different now because we make so many SpongeBob references on the show. It's upsetting.
I've noticed.
It's upsetting.
It's fucking brilliant.
I love how Alex is like an actual listener, and so he gets everything. It's awesome. But anyways,
I've kept up on all the conversations.
That's good. But anyways, it's the same thing now, but for Amazon. Like literally, I'll be sitting, and if I'm not doing anything, I'll have maybe like 7, 8, 9 things in my shopping cart, and I'm just like, okay, what can I buy? What can I afford? Exactly. What can I afford? What do I? Because like literally,
wow, that is really bad.
Well, I don't buy it though. I'm sitting here, and I'm physically like my stomach is churning, and like my insides are just like because I want it and I need it, but I know I can't afford it, and so I think most recently. And I put it on my save for later or whatever. But
you just need to remove yourself from it entirely. Like if you have the Amazon app, delete it.
No, I love the Amazon. I can't
block it from
I'm
the
so
web
addicted.
You need to remove yourself from it if you struggle that much with impulse buying it. And you
no, but I don't impulse buy. That's the thing. But it's still I have that.
That's
as a kid. As a kid, are you guys telling me as a kid you never wanted to impulse buy on random shit?
Of course.
Okay.
Oh,
all
no,
right.
I did. Yeah.
Every Saturday, go down to the Walgreens or whatever with friends riding bikes, and you
just
see
buy
a toy
shit?
in there. Yeah, you see some bubble gum or whatever, baseball cards. You got to do what you got to do.
Do you guys active or not?
I never
Obviously
did
now.
that, but...
Really? Well, no, not Blake. Blake is a weird oddity in life, but in just general,
how is that weird.
Well, because you were going outside. There's the first thing.
I wasn't allowed to go outside.
Did you guys ever go to like the Dollar Tree or anything like that?
No,
of course.
I never.
Sometimes.
Really?
Of course.
Oh, I
get
Blake and I were on the same page.
To me, at that point though, I already had video games, so it was kind of just like the only thing that I'd really buy as a kid was a new game.
Oh,
and even then, I was usually so satisfied. I played Call of Duty 4 for.
That's true. You did
years.
play that for.
Oh hell yeah!
But real quick. So right now in my save for later, because I moved it all to my save for later, I've got the Back to the Future, the Complete Adventures.
What's with the flashlight?
What? There's no flashlight. The complete Toy Story collection 1, 2, 3. The Mel Brooks collection. John
okay.
Hughes yearbook collection with Breakfast Club, 16 Candles, the Hangover trilogy. Like there's these things where I'm just like, I think it's partially the collector in me needs it, and because like Blake, I know you collect shit. Zach, I know you collect shit. You collect fucking board games all the fucking time.
But I also will only buy games that First of all, I do my 2-week thing where I'm like, do I really want this game, or is it just like, oh my god?
When did you develop that?
When
did you develop? Yeah.
Pretty early on. It was probably...
What is early on? When you were in middle school?
By the time I hit 11th grade, I was
really?
I was completely over any sort of impulse buying.
Wow.
Because I had
Were you working by then?
No. Zach didn't start working until yesterday.
I'm
Nice,
I'm already pretty frugal though, so that was part of the reason. But the most part,
Zach's what we call
games.
He's what we call an intellectual.
No,
is above the normal seas.
I hate how you do that. God, I'm not.
No.
I'm not
Zach,
trying to be. I'm just. I was frugal, and with games,
but we
I've
were
been
all
screwed
frugal.
over by EA and stuff with
EA.
terms of pre-orders
And Ubisoft.
and yeah, fuck them all, honestly. with games being shit, and so it really beat it into me quickly that like, okay. Like, don't buy into this.
Don't
stuff.
get your hopes up.
Be a
kinda
good
deal.
consumer.
Well,
Be a
see,
good
because
consumer.
but I think Zach, with you, your expectations for your products and games was way high. Like if
As
I bought,
it should
It is
be.
high.
Well, but I don't know.
If you're spending money on something, then
I
you
think
should...
But
now
it's not so much it being high. Sorry to interrupt.
Man,
It's
we're getting
not
off
so much
topic.
being high, but the fact
Yeah.
that we've been bombarded with pathetically low that we're tired of it. So
Hashtag Battlefront.
we start expecting higher and higher because we're tired of trash.
I don't know. I just because I think I'm okay with a mediocre game. If it's fun and I can
I'm
play
not-
with my friends,
not for
I think I'm
$60.
Yeah,
okay.
for
$60
$60 or
$60?
$80 for like a
Then the
DLC
beta
pack.
pack.
Well, I don't know if I do
Yeah.
that. But like,
Don't
if I
forget
paid
the
$20 for
DLCs
like a
are-
mediocre game, then I'm okay with that.
If it's $20 for
Like
a
the Mass Effect,
multiplayer
the Mass
game,
Effect Andromeda, we got it for $30, and it was fun. We played the
Should
multiplayer.
have got it for free because it was an unfinished fucking game.
That's true. Well, I don't know. Zach hasn't even played the campaign.
honestly, when I remember when you said that we were gonna buy it, I was pretty hesitant. I was just like, I'd rather pay like $20 for this game,
Oh, okay. Well,
For-
what would you have done with the $10?
not have spent $10.
Well,
I would have gone and got food.
I mean that's
That's
food. That's half of a good indie game. I mean,
Dime bag.
That's true, because we are all active marijuana smokers, are we not? Can I get a what in his house?
No.
No,
you can see.
I'm
complete-
asthmatic. I can't smoke.
Yeah, so what you saw right there, podcast, because you can't see, is nobody raising their hand. And you've all kind of
Zach's
shamefully
lying. Zach was
looking-
like waving his hands. He's a liar.
I worked in the pharmacy. I am super.
But like, do you guys not?
anti-drug.
Do you guys not have like shit in your cart on Amazon? Am I the only one who
No.
actively goes on Amazon?
I only go on Amazon like if I only go shopping if I absolutely need something.
Really?
Like
Well, I mean, then would you just buy it at Target or whatever? Or I'm just like, how active are you
Probably.
online shopping?
because
'Cause
I only ever online shop if I cannot get it within like the 5
Right.
like mile radius of my house.
Really?
Because like I don't need to drive to fucking Dallas to get like one thing.
Sure.
Like that's just unnecessary.
Oh, I'll just online shop. I hate going to the store. Like if I go to the store, I know I'm gonna price match or whatever, or I know that I'm gonna get this one thing. I don't like shopping just in general. So that's why I guess
Well, I don't either. That's why whenever I go to the store, I'm like, this is what I want. I know where it is. I'm gonna go get it and get the fuck out.
Do you guys ever fall trap to the extra sales and it's like, ooh, this is on sale. Let me buy this. I wasn't expecting that.
No,
You don't fall to the
I only do
Target
it if it's
promotion in the
something that I
marketing.
need.
no, because the sales are like they're only ever like $1 or whatever off, and
Yeah.
it's like okay, but that's probably just what the price should be, and Target is just like, more expensive than most other
is true.
retailers.
I'm aware of like sales because I worked at Walgreens.
Mhm.
So I can see the good sales and
Sure.
be like, okay, yeah, that's actually pretty good. But I'll only do that if it's something I actually use. Like if it's a bag of Tostitos, because I eat Tostitos. Love me some Tostitos and some salsa.
Tostitos.
The
Can we get a
bowl
sponsorship?
kind or-
Any kind. Don't give a shit.
Tostitos is sponsoring us.
Yeah, sponsored by
baller.
Tostitos, a cool, fresh new taste, or some other corporate.
Not
What?
gum?
Garbage.
Not 5 gum.
Yo, no, 5 jumps. Oh, I'm sorry. It's now Tostito gum flavor. Bam!
That would actually be kind of cool.
Sneak
If I could
that
just
in.
chew gum and just taste Tostitos.
You hear about Tostito? Pay us money.
That would be
please.
amazing.
That's like some future shit.
That is. I really like
make it salsa, and I'm in.
Bring
I
it back.
chew on salsa all day, dude.
No,
That would
I
be
could.
awesome. Okay,
That would be awesome.
there was. I love it, and I indirectly did this. A couple days ago, someone brought in homemade salsa, and they had chips and stuff like that.
Oh.
And so I had some, and whatever, I didn't have like a bowl at the time, so I had one of those Jason's Deli cups because I have like a stack of like 7 because I keep asking for water. I just keep asking for water.
You son of a bitch.
What? I go to Jason's Deli, go get water, and then go. And then the next day, go get Jason's Deli, go get water. It's over a period of time.
Oh, okay.
God, I'm not just like taking 7.
Can I get a water?
It's one thing if it's water. It's another thing if it's like a soda.
Oh, I'll do water and soda. Like I'll ask
You
for a water
bastard.
cup, and I'm just like, haha,
absolute
Sprite
bastard.
for me. What does it matter? Do you know how much it is? Like per like fluid ounce of soda / syrup / whatever.
Slippery slope.
Well, no, it's not. But I'm not trying to advocate.
You're right.
put it this
No,
way.
you
Let
know
me
what?
put it
You're
this way,
right.
Yuval.
It's cheap. It is cheap,
It's
but that doesn't
so
make
cheap.
it right.
It's so
It
cheap.
doesn't make it
Jason's Deli is already offering you free ice cream. Don't be
That's
a dick.
true. It's not
Hey.
ice cream though. It's like soft serve, not ice cream.
right. So better.
It's
You
a
kiss-
cold dessert.
That's true.
You
And
get
it's free.
what
you
you
get
get.
free muffins.
I'm just saying it, and it's not. I don't directly target. I'm not going to every Jason's Deli saying I'm gonna steal your soda. Ha ha! No, like if I'm at Whataburger or something, I'll ask for a cup for water, and they'll give me the medium, which is like freaking. They're upsized from everything. So I go get that, and I'll get like the Foozy drink or whatever.
And on the
Fuse.
news today, the Jason's
That's-
Deli water
that
thief
ain't
strikes
right,
again.
That
just-
ain't right.
It's whatever. Like honestly, it doesn't matter.
It
That's my vice, and I don't do it all the time though. Sometimes I'll just get water, and I'll just get water. I say sometimes. For the most part, I'll just get water when I get water. Anyways, back to my original story.
Anyway, yeah.
Yeah. So, quick side story.
Quick side story.
Tostitos gum.
So, no. Well, it's off of that. So we had the
homemade
salsa,
salsa, yeah.
homemade salsa, and then I had it in the Jason's Deli cup because I didn't have anything else for it. And then I threw it away because we have trash cans underneath our desk, and I threw it away, and I just didn't think about it. And the cleaning crew hasn't gone by to clean out the trash, and so now every time I go to my desk, I smell that salsa, and I smell like this thing, and it's so good. Like I'm relaxed. So like, I want salsa and chips gum.
That would
That's
be
moral of the
amazing.
story. I want salsa and chips gum because if I can chew that, taste that, smell that all day, oh my god. All right, what if you could have anything gum? What would you have?
Gum?
Yes, anything gum.
Oof,
Anything
man.
gum. Any flavor, taste, whatever texture, anything. Cake gum, lemonade gum,
If they had a
flour
like,
gum.
vanilla coffee
Ew, really?
pipe tobacco gum.
Really?
Yeah, because like whenever I smoke my pipe, like tobacco
Whoa,
pipe,
what a badass.
I don't know, but
Get it? You
and I put like
Vape.
this tobacco in. It's
Uh-huh.
like vanilla coffee bean, and it's
really
so
good?
soothing and relaxing.
Wow,
You'll need
okay.
to try it. I still have some.
Wait, but whenever you're smoking it, it's not like you're not like tasting it or whatever. You're just inhaling.
you don't inhale pipe tobacco.
Oh, really?
No, you
Okay.
get the buzz from the
Gotcha.
juice that
From the
flows
okay,
through.
gotcha.
And
So,
so
vanilla bean,
vanilla coffee bean.
vanilla coffee bean.
It
Okay.
is so just relaxing. I can't
I
wait
mean, it's
for
that-
it. I can't wait for it to get cold because there's not a lot better than that pipe with that specific tobacco and a cup
Uh-huh.
of like Irish coffee, like at night, just
Mhm.
hanging out. Oh,
Sounds good.
it's the best.
What about you, Zach?
Red or pink Starburst?
Really?
But in
Mm.
gum.
Just
Oh, that's
gum?
a good idea.
Flaming
Can't
hot
do that.
Cheetos.
That was a
Can't-
good idea.
Oh, I can't do flaming hot Cheetos.
You don't like flaming hot
Like,
Cheetos?
Oh my God, Starburst does have gum. I think.
I'm sure they do. I'm sure
Breakthrough,
they do.
breakthrough. Hold on.
And so, Alex, would you stick with the
Impulse buy.
salsa and
Impulse
salsa and
buy.
chips, or would you do something else?
I
Right in
can't really
bulk.
think of anything else, so I'd probably stick with the salsa, just because that sounds really good to me right now.
I think popcorn would be cool if I'm in the mood for it. Just like
Isn't that just like butter though?
Oh my God, they do.
they do have it. No, it's,
Breaking news.
It's like if they could make the gum,
Juicy Fruit owns Starburst. When did that?
probably. Same thing when PepsiCo owns everything.
I thought Starburst
Do you
was
remember
owned by,
that
like-
zebra gum? You know what I'm
It
talking
Yeah,
about?
what?
The zebra
Yeah,
What's
it's,
zebra
it's
gum?
still sold.
Oh yeah,
They do?
yeah, yeah,
What are
yeah.
you talking
no
about? What's
shit.
zebra gum?
It's like this gum that has a zebra
and he's
on
blowing gum.
What?
You've
I've
never
never
seen
heard
that?
of that.
Dude, that's what I used to buy all the time as a kid.
Wait, is that
and
the
bubble
thing-
tape.
I remember Bubble Tape. Bubble
Hell
Tape
yeah.
was cool. Is that like Hubba Bubba stuff or no? Is
No,
that
it's like
different?
an off-brand weird just zebra, and it's got like 6 different flavors, and
Uh-huh.
the flavor goes away in like 20 seconds.
Sure.
but
Yeah,
it's
it's
because
really
there's a
shitty
zebra
gum.
on it. You buy it, you know.
Oh, no, I've never heard of that. I've had zebra cake before. If you guys,
Oh,
Zebra
but it's,
cakes
it's
are
fucking
amazing.
sugar free, and it's only strawberry, but not the
Those
pink ones.
fucking mother.
Zach, you
God.
should do a formal. Okay, real quick, formal complaints.
GoFundMe.
GoFundMe.
Okay, okay. Back to millennial betching. Let's go.
No, go. Slang. Do you guys when you have a bad experience somewhere in a store or in a shopping or food or whatever, I don't complain. For the most, unless it's like super super horrible and it's like some guy tried to stab me, whatever extreme example.
Oh,
but if it's like,
are you going to Chili's?
Hi, welcome to Chile.
hi, welcome to Chili's. No, but like I won't talk to, because like I've seen people talk to managers and like this is not like, if I'm going to a fast food place or something and they get something wrong, I'm just okay, you're having a busy day, whatever it is, whatever. So do you guys complain at all? Or?
Since working in a restaurant, I have high expectations when I go in, because I know that there's a right way and a wrong way to run a restaurant. Mm-hmm. And if they're busy and the service is slow, I get it. You know, it's part of the job. You get overflowed in the kitchen. I completely get that. But like one time I walked into a restaurant with my brother and my cousin, and we sat down because we were sitting at the bar, and it was a restaurant where when you sit at the bar, a waiter will come and help you out. Sure. And I sat there, and 15 minutes went by, and I was like, dude, guys, let's just get up and leave. Because at that point that's bad service.
Well, okay, so but did you like?
No, I didn't say a word.
You fucking asshole! We were sitting there for 15 minutes.
No, that's not my responsibility to let them know. It's my responsibility not to give them my money.
Sure, so
for their services.
Yeah. I'm sure someone probably noticed, and these guys walked out. We're not going to get them.
Mm-hmm, absolutely. Okay. But if a restaurant is backed up and they're busy, and the waitress or the waiter comes up to me and says, "Hey guys, really sorry we're busy. Mm-hmm. Let me refill your drinks. Let me get you some chips and salsa, and I'll be with you in just a second. You guys hold on." And I'll be like, "Absolutely." Totally understand. But if there's an almost like a direct reason why they're not like helping me out as a paying customer, then that's when I have a problem.
Yeah. But you're not gonna make it their problem. You'll just leave or whatever.
No, because that's not. I don't think that's my responsibility. I'm not some
soccer
mom that's
what if it's minor service. What if it's minor stuff like they
you got a steak and you want a bomb ass medium rare steak and they cooked it too much.
I like steak regardless, but let's say
you get a bomb ass chicken, you want it cooked all the way.
No, let's say I got a burger and I asked for grilled onion. I asked for grilled onions and they gave me regular onions. Sure. Then I'll say, hey, I asked for grilled onions. You guys just mind? You don't even have to give me grilled onions. Just take the onions off. That seems reasonable to me.
I don't do that. I'll eat it. I mean, granted, I don't have any food restrictions.
As a restaurant worker, they are there to serve you and help you. And if you're paying for that, you're paying for a certain level of service. So I don't think it's weird or ridiculous to ask, oh, hey, guys, I'm sorry. I asked for grilled onions. I'm so sorry. Do you mind taking this off for me real quick? And they should have no problem taking care of me like that.
Hold on, I'm not trying to be a dick. In this example, you want grilled onions or you don't want grilled onions?
I want grilled onions, and they gave me regular raw onions. Yeah.
Okay.
It definitely depends on where you are, though.
It also depends on the waiter too.
Yeah, because if you're going through a drive-through and like, at least for me, and if they forgot to put onions on my thing, I'll be like, whatever, it's still a burger, I'm fine. I'm not gonna go in and be like, hey, can I get onions?
Hey, who's the motherfucker that made this burger?
Now, that happens all the time at Chick-fil-A.
It's annoying. If they really messed up, like they gave me something totally different, like I ordered a burger and then they gave me a
chicken fingers,
like a grilled chicken fillet.
Even then, I'm still not gonna go in.
I'm just like, pay for it, dude.
Well, like
why
at that
though?
point,
Are you just concerned?
For me, that would like if I ordered, say, a burger and they gave me a chicken sandwich. If the chicken sandwich were more expensive than the burger, then I wouldn't give a shit because I'd just be like, okay,
you got more bang for your buck.
But if it's not, then you have the responsibility. Your financial responsibility is to go in there.
Forget that they just got your order like really wrong.
If they got it really wrong or something, at that point, I don't know. Maybe if they like forgot fries or something like that, I'll go around and be like, "Hey, you forgot my fries." But
I feel like this is your retail. This is part of PTSD from retail, where you don't want to be a hassle to anyone. You don't want to be that one customer. You don't want to be like, "Oh, but I'm not lying. I swear. I mean, really, you messed up." But I'm not trying to be mean.
I worked in a restaurant for 5 years, and because
what
of that,
restaurant did you work in?
Jason's Deli.
All right, well that's a nicer. That's not a fast food drive-through, you know. Like, because once we go up the chain to like. Honestly, even Chili's and up, like at that point, Factory. I expect you to get stuff right.
If you're paying for it, there's a responsibility by that restaurant.
At Jason's Deli, 9.99 times out of 10, you're not going to get a wrong order. If anything, they'll say, "Oh, you didn't give me a cup for a drink. Here you go, whatever." Yeah. But like if I'm going to Whataburger, Chick-fil-A, whatever. Actually, Whataburger, I've never really had any issues with them ever.
I've had issues with Whataburger, but I still keep going back because it's Whataburger.
Oh, Whataburger's amazing. But like,
only when I go like
it's good, but it's their
trash because they're like high as shit.
That's true. From the times of 1 a.m. to about 4 in the morning is just, you can't expect your order to be right.
At that point, do you care though?
It's like, well, I got a tomato on my burger. They tried.
They at least tried. I don't know. If you're driving,
I'm gonna go back through and say thank you for trying.
If I can get my food while staying in my car, I don't think I'm ever gonna complain. If they get it totally wrong, as long as they gave me something, I don't think I'd complain. Now, if it's like I'm super starving and I'm like, oh, I really wanted a strawberry milkshake or something like that, and then they gave me like vanilla milkshake, then
you'll complain about.
Sure,
but it's just preference. Like you choose, like different people will choose different battles depending on what it is and where it is and what kind of food it is, what level of service they expected. Whether it's fast food or a nicer restaurant.
That's true. I think also it's partially what you said about the PTSD is just because working at Chick-fil-A for a year in high school, people are bitchy and horrible, and I've we've been swamped and like I'm like doing 3 things at once or whatever, and then I'm gonna be that guy. Hey, you forgot my fries. Well, fuck you. I don't give a shit. I'm trying to handle 3 other things so I don't get fired.
Where I don't agree. If you're working, that's your job, man. Your job is to get people's orders right. So if people ask,
it's hard though.
I understand. I completely understand that.
If I'm going to be the one who falls through the cracks, then like that's fine.
Because you're right. I mean, yeah, it's their job to fix your problem. But coming from that kind of perspective with fast food, at least, it's very. They, like you said, you have to deal with that crap all the time. You know what it's like, and so you don't want them to think, well, like, oh, I'm not a liar. I mean, really, you forgot my fries, and it's more of like a social thing. But it's just like,
That's true. Real quick side story: Chick-fil-A. I'm bringing up the things too. So at Chick-fil-A, fun fact, everyone who's listening: if you go to Chick-fil-A and you forget your card and you can't pay for it, they're supposed to give it to you for free.
Wait, I'm sorry, what?
Yeah,
give you
the meal for free.
What?
Comp it. In the system, you can comp meals for free, no problem. You don't have to have any kind of manager approval or anything like that. They can comp it for free.
Has the policy changed in the past like 6 years that you have
if you go to the one on 121 in Preston, the one in the mall, and then the one there, because they're franchised, and so the store owner had that policy, which he told me that other store owners have that policy as well. Is if you forget your card, whatever it is, and it's a genuine, if it's genuine, yeah, they'll. And I do that all the time for people.
Chick-fil-A is one of the best restaurants in terms of being non-combative with the customer. Though.
Right.
Like they do not want to fight. They like you give them an expired coupon, sure.
Right. If your card gets declined or if your card is expired or whatever,
will not have to fight you.
You're supposed to comp it. But
and honestly, that's a great policy because you're going to lose money from some scammers. But
it's promotion, PR.
But the PR is just through the roof.
Apparently, it's not that good because this is the first time I've ever heard about that.
Oh well, because Blake, you're a hardworking man who always has money. You're not gonna go to a store like, oh, I can't pay for it. Like I think every one of us, if we leave the house, we have the ability to buy shit, right? We're not gonna leave the house and be like, unless you genuinely forgot your wallet or something. Oh, I don't have. My card got declined, and I didn't know of this at the beginning of the day, and it's already 8:00 at night, and blah 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 blah. Like. Side story. Someone couldn't pay. He had 2 cards, both declined, didn't know the whole day, and I had to pay for his food. Because I'm a nice guy, and I was like, sure, whatever, I'll pay for your food, because we were hanging out at the time. Pissed off. But anyways, now that we're tangenting back to Chick-fil-A. This one, so knowing the policy that we had, there was some people, and there were genuine people who, like, their card got declined, and they're just like, oh, okay, just cancel the order or whatever, and they left. Or they were about to leave, and I was just like, no, wait, I got you, don't worry. And he's like, are you sure? So one time, it was like probably 10, 15 minutes before we were about to close, and this truck pulls up to the window. I wasn't taking the order, but the truck pulls up to the window, and it's like a bunch of teenagers in the truck or whatever it is, and I was like, oh, here's your order for blah, blah, blah. It was this much. And then legit, like as if it was in a play, they're like, forgot our wallet.
So scripted.
It like totally saw through it. Man, and I was about to be like, oh, don't worry about it, because like, I didn't give a shit at the time. But then he said, man, do you think you can give it to us for free or something like that? And I was just like, all right, fuck you guys, get out of here. I didn't say fuck you, obviously, but like just the fact that I knew it was charaded and I knew that you guys had it, and you're just like, huh? I'm like, honestly, like, huh?
Right,
check your
left,
front, back.
Look at your friends, shrug your shoulders.
Exactly.
What?
Exactly.
Pull out your pocket.
Oh man,
Cooper, you don't have your wallet, bro?
you always have your wallet.
I'm sorry.
Wow.
For free?
For free, yeah. And then I was just like, okay.
free.
But yeah, so I forget why I was starting to tell the story, but people suck.
Restaurants, yeah.
Restaurants, yeah. Moral of the story, people suck. And I don't want to be one of those sucky people. That's why I'm not going to complain.
Even though this is coming from the person that steals people's soda.
Yeah.
Okay,
You son of a
you
bitch.
have-
maybe that's why I don't complain. It's because I'm going to steal your soda in the long run, and so who
You need
wins?
to talk to Mike about this, because I've talked to my dad about this plenty of times, and since he, is very...
Yeah, but he's not a millennial. He can't
You're
be
right.
on the show.
Is this...
Is
So
this
millennials only.
I'm saying off air.
Oh,
Talk to Mike and see what he has to say about complaining about food,
sure.
because he has zero tolerance.
I'm not trying to bitch and complain about you, Blake, but why do you call your dad Mike?
It's a work thing. Whenever
Oh,
I was at work, I would call him
but-
Mike because I didn't want people to know that he was my dad.
Oh, so he
Yeah.
didn't tell you can't call me dad.
No, it was he prefers at work for me to call him dad, but
Okay,
I didn't want
sure.
to send off that
Yeah.
image. And
Okay.
so
Oh,
I
that's
called him
interesting.
Mike,
Right.
and it just kind of started the habit. I originally started doing it outside of work to be funny,
Mhm.
and now I just kind of
You just-
50-50 Mike
yeah.
or dad.
All right. I don't know. I forget when I started calling my dad father. I just father and Ema, and those are the names. That's how I refer to him. I don't know. Do you guys say dad, pops, whatever?
I went through a
I
phase where I
say
said paw. It was
paw.
really weird, yeah,
Okay.
but no.
What do you say, Alex?
Dad, mom.
Dad? Mom. Okay. I don't know.
I say dad and then mother. which-
Mother. Yeah.
Mother kind of, it actually it started
Mother.
Out, it started out as a joke because they were watching Downton Abbey.
Oh yeah.
and, then,
Mother.
and then my whole
Mother.
family started calling it, and honestly, it caught on, and I really like to say it now. Just
Yeah,
normally,
really.
just like, "Hey, mother."
I don't know.
Mother.
I have my dad as father, so I don't know. It's just flows natural. So
It's either
I call her
that or
mama.
Ma.
mom. Hey asshole.
Yes, honey.
I didn't know it was a South Park.
By
By the way, first episode, you guys seen it yet?
Oh,
Season
I
21?
love
one?
it. It was
Isn't it awesome?
hilarious.
Oh my
It was
God.
hilarious.
I haven't
Like
seen it yet.
literally, take the last like probably month and a half of shit that's been going on in terms of society, government, whatever, and they just all together in one. Like it was well written.
I showed my mom the thing about because she watches House Hunters and like
Oh, yeah.
my God.
I showed my mom that and she burst out in the
You're
laughing.
gonna need an
Alex, have
open
you seen it yet?
concept.
No, I haven't.
So Randy starts this like house reboot show.
You know, like Property Brothers and
Yeah.
like
and
those.
so he starts his show, and
It's like white guys buying
White
houses or
people.
something.
white people flipping
Renovating
houses.
Yeah, yeah.
And
Oh
he'll
my
just
God.
go in and just have this design in his head while Sharon's in the back just contemplating her marriage, and he's just busting down walls with
And
a
always-
hammer.
It's always like, you know what? We're gonna give an open concept. We need to break down this wall.
I want the
So that you
kitchen
have
connected
room
to the living
entertain
room.
Your family and
We're gonna have some
friends.
bar stools right
Open
here.
concept.
open concept. Just and so it was hilarious.
And
It
like
was-
literally, I showed my mom, and she started YouTubing some of the HGTV because
Yeah.
she was like, "That is
It's
so
perfect.
right."
Yeah.
And you literally hear them saying, "Yeah, we're going for an open concept."
Yeah, it's just- it was
Some
really
marble slab behind the stove.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah, yeah.
I'm really feeling that.
that shit, man.
God.
Honestly, the third plot in that episode, the one with Cartman and the victimizing, was,
Yeah.
that was, honestly that's underrated.
Yeah,
That one's
I love
underrated.
that
where,
one.
Where he,
Oh,
where
in their
at the very end,
relationship?
anybody can be a victim. Can anybody can convince themselves that they're the victim in
Yeah.
the
I love that.
relationship.
Yeah.
And I was just like, oh my god, this is fucking perfect.
It's true. Speaking of victimizing, how many hours of sleep do we get /need/want?
I'll start this off.
Go ahead, Blake.
I had a terrible habit time management was always horrible
Okay.
until I started my new job and I had to get my shit together.
Mhm.
And so I try to get to bed around 10:30 or 11.
Really?
And every morning I usually don't have a problem with getting up at 7 or 7:15.
I have so much trouble doing that. I'll get
Yeah,
to bed maybe
it's a habit, and and I almost look at it like an addiction. You have to take it one day at a time, kind of thing, where
Yeah.
you have to force yourself. You love your favorite show that's on
Sure.
at 10. Get your ass in bed, read a book,
yeah,
and you will fall asleep. Fall asleep without the TV on,
sure.
with the fan on. That way, your mind, because if it's warmer, your mind tends to
Oh,
slow
it's
down a little bit more. And
it's-
so, if you got to keep sleep in a cold room and then it's just a habit.
It's the opposite for me. At night, as soon as my head hits the pillow, I've been blessed with this gift of just falling asleep.
Oh, you lucky
So,
bastard.
Wow.
Yeah. Oh yeah. No, I'm
I
just
wish I could do that.
literally I fall asleep and then maybe 5 minutes and then I'm out. But it's in the mornings because even if I go to bed at like 11,
That's the hardest part.
whatever.
Falling asleep is easy.
Well, exactly.
Yeah.
So I'll wake up probably around 7 or whatever, and I've got like 5 alarms to like, hey, 7:05, 7:15, or 7:10, 7:15. But I don't know. It's just for me, it's so difficult, and even because it's like you always say like you have to do it like a week or 2 weeks before
It's
getting
3 weeks to get the habit.
Yeah, to get the sleep cycle or whatever, to adjust that and stuff like that. And I mean, I've been trying to do it, but I still have issues in the morning getting up. And, I don't know, maybe at minimum, I've usually get 6 hours, but average 7 to 8 hours is what I get.
Mm-hmm.
And it sucks because I know some people that they're just like, yeah, I'm like up until 3 and then I wake up and I'm just fine. I only need like 4 or 5 hours. I'm fine.
I don't trust those people.
I do trust them.
I don't.
I'm jealous
I'm
of
the
their
same
power.
way.
I don't
I'm
trust
just
those
jealous
people.
of their power.
What are they really doing at night? That's what I'm wondering.
Just playing video games.
I don't believe
Yeah,
that.
Just being
that's
dumb.
me, but I don't get up early.
Oh, what time do you get up?
I wake up at like noon.
Oh, okay.
Or
God
like
bless you.
1.
Yeah, but I mean, your work, you do the night shift essentially, right?
Yeah,
the
so
afternoon,
it's
night.
just kind of like a form of habit.
Sure. No,
But,
I
like
mean,
if I ever get another job, I'm fucked.
that's true. You gotta. But
You're
so,
fucked for a few days.
Yeah.
But that's about it. Like the first 5 days are usually fuck my life. I have to wake up. But it gets easier. It gets a lot easier over time.
So
Yeah.
then, how many hours are we comfortable with? Because I know it's like the human needs to have an average of 8 to 10 hours of sleep, blah blah blah. But like,
6
I mean,
to 8.
6 to 8 is for you. All right. What about you, Blake? Are you functional? Like,
I'm functional without sleep.
really?
Mhm.
I can't.
It started as a protection thing where I didn't want to be late for work, and
Okay.
so I would, if it was past a certain time and I knew fuck I'm not going to wake up,
Yeah,
then I would just stay up, or if I had school or whatever I would just stay up and I would be fine.
that's true.
But now since I have a legit sleep schedule and I'm
Sticking
turning
to
my
it,
stuff
yeah.
around, it's 8 to 9
Okay.
hours
Wow.
and I get that pretty consistently.
Okay, that's good.
It makes you happier. It does.
Yeah.
To get that kind of sleep every night.
It's good. It's healthy for you.
I don't know. I kind of like it. I don't know if this is just because I didn't used to drink coffee, and I think it was the job that I had previously before this that I started drinking because I had to be at work at like 6 in the morning,
Mhm.
which I had to wake up
That
at like
makes it
5,
harder.
and so I would just be like to legit even if I got the sleep and I went to bed at 10 or whatever and got 7 to 8 hours of sleep, I would still wake up and I'd be half asleep driving to work, and then I get there and then I just have some coffee and then I'm like, okay, I'm awake. So now at this job, it's really awesome because it's definitely, I mean, we get our shit done at work, but in the mornings you can kind of have a slow morning. So like I get there, I have oatmeal. I've got like at my desk, I've got oatmeal and shit.
Look at Google or something.
No, it's just I mean, everyone, you get your coffee, you get your oatmeal, whatever, make it in a minute and a half, and I'm eating it while I work, obviously, but it's kind of nice. It's like my ritual, and then after I have the coffee, then I'm like
Ready to go.
Yeah. So like, but I've never been able to just be like, all right, I'm up, let's do it. Woo! I'm ready.
Probably the caffeine.
Yeah.
One of the biggest issues with sleep and why everyone in America fucking complains about sleep is because everyone in fucking America drinks coffee, and they're
Yep.
like, regardless as to how many
Well,
times they've been told what caffeine does to you.
Isn't that if you substitute caffeine for, so it's like I'm only going to sleep 4 hours and then drink coffee, like, because I'll still get like,
Well, yeah, but part of the reason they can't go to sleep is because they've got caffeine in their system.
I'm not drinking coffee at like 8 at night.
It can stay in your system for 10 to 14 hours, depending on on just you. And then, in addition, if you consistently drink it, then it's going to be in your body for pretty much
Really?
all the time.
One thing I've noticed is that people that are addicted to tobacco tend to don't have a problem with waking up early.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
And that's just any form of tobacco?
Actually, I remember seeing something on that where nicotine in your system.
your body wants it in the morning, and
Yeah,
so
so it
whenever
wakes you
whenever
up
you
for
wake
the,
up, you're like, oh fuck, I need a cigarette, or
Yeah.
oh shit, I need to put a dip.
Wow,
in or whatever.
really?
Mm-hmm.
So-
I remember
Caffeine
hearing something about that, too.
screws with like this is my pharmacy side.
Well,
like,
no,
come and tell-
I know
Like,
I know
I
caffeine
just-
can
I don't
kind
drink
of haul up
coffee,
your life.
Don't have any caffeine, no soda. No, if
Sure.
you just take out caffeine from your life, you would be so surprised
Interesting.
as to how much better you feel. Like people with their fucking like no gluten diets and whatever. I'm laughing because they're still drinking their Red Bulls and their Starbucks, and I'm like, you're about
You're on your way to the grave.
good luck.
Well,
Have fun.
because I know about that caffeine thing where it's like you since your body's more dependent on it or whatever, and you kind of you get less out of the sleep. But I always figured that's if people are
is
drinking
just
like 3
overall.
cups a day or whatever.
It's not just that. You can have just a cup. If you do it consistently, that's where the
Your
problem
body gets
is.
into a pattern, and it's
Well, but even then, it's like at the end of the day, I can still fall asleep and I still wake up.
And that's just you. But
Okay.
it is going to impact you.
Interesting. So
subconsciously.
maybe I just need to cut because I mean, because even then, like, don't you get like cravings? You're just like, oh, I need caffeine or whatever. Or
just
is
try
that not-
exercising in the morning.
You can be like a caffeine addict, and
It's
then
partial.
you need like caffeine to.
Hey,
otherwise you get
Is
there
it
you
nine
go.
o'clock? Wait,
Told you guys.
ladies and gentlemen, it's not, my phone says 9:01, but we'll go ahead. It's 9 o'clock, and Blake has got their thing.
That looks like a nicer watch than.
My phone is connected to the internets, so it's direct
Mine
to
is the
internet
interweb.
interwebble times.
Mine is too, but it's 2 minutes faster than most
Really?
other people's
Yeah,
time.
Wait,
you know, your
so
phone
your
can
time
get
is
out of
9:02?
sync.
I'm
How do I
starting to
resync?
lose trust in you, Alex.
Than me.
Yeah, I don't-
Fake
I
news.
don't like that.
Wait, okay, so real quick, morning stuff. Working out in the morning.
Mhm.
I need to run in the morning. I
Yeah.
heard that was really good for
Yeah,
people.
your endorphins get jacked up, and it's your body's form of caffeine.
Yeah, but then it's like I have to go to bed sooner and then have to
Mhm.
wake up.
Yeah,
because
it's a yeah.
It's just like self discipline in what you're doing.
I have such bad self discipline. I hate it because it's like, especially with food for me, because I definitely have gained poundage since like high school and college. Well, probably I
As
mean
does most
college is.
people.
Well, I don't know. I mean,
It's just you've got to find ways to control what you do because like I used to drink soda, but I remember very specifically I had root beer once and then it made me feel bad and I was
Mhm.
like,
and your body was just like, no.
and I was
Yeah.
just kind of like, eh. And so I was going to see, let me go 2 weeks without this and see how I feel. And it was really hard to go without the 2 weeks because you're just like, your body's like,
do you drink
I-
soda,
I
Alex?
might like that.
On occasion, but
On
like
occasion?
I went for like a total year without drinking coffee, and I felt like fucking amazing.
Really?
Mhm.
And
God
then
damn
like
it.
I started drinking coffee.
Yeah, but like
again.
how
Or not
often
coffee,
did you
but-
drink coffee though?
It wasn't coffee. It was like I would have
Oh,
a
like-
soda. Like I would have 2 sodas a day,
Oh wow, okay.
but I mean it was only like the
Sure, the
tiniest
cans, yeah.
But even then, like just stopping soda for a year, you feel so much better.
We're talking about soda, and I want soda. I know there's a Dr Pepper in the fridge, and I kind of want to get one.
And here's the thing about soda, at least for me, I don't know of other people who have stopped, but after I stopped drinking soda and I got past that first part, never wanted soda again. And when I did, every once in a while, when I did have a sip, my body would be like,
Yeah, you feel like shit
I really want a soda.
just because
now.
it's so much sugar and so much like.
All right, I
caffeine.
hate you guys so much. I'm gonna get a soda. All right.
water.
At least put some Jack in it or something.
Because that
Jack
too,
Coke.
remember soda's caffeine too.
I know it's caffeine. I'll get the
And lots of
decaffeinated.
sugar.
That's why
Yeah.
I really like the decaffeinated Coca Cola. So it's just sugar. You just get
Yeah.
sugar and syrup.
That shit rots
just
your
as
teeth.
good.
Yes, it does.
All right, real quick, I'm gonna run to get a soda, but these guys are gonna answer. We'll go one at a time. You have to answer and then give a short explanation why. If you were to be dropped into a random country, anywhere, just dropped with what you have on, clothes on your back, no extra planning or anything like that, what country would it be and why? I'll be right back.
Oh yikes.
Blake.
Okay. Currently, what I have on, I guess that's important, right? Because
Yeah.
Okay.
Wait, did he say anywhere? Like you
Yeah,
can
he
choose
said
where you
that
get
we
Yeah,
dropped?
you can
pick,
choose, but
which
what
is
you're
easy.
currently having on.
So I can choose the country, but can I choose where in the country?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sure.
He didn't say that we couldn't, so
Yeah. Fuck the rules.
yeah.
Currently wearing a collared shirt, jeans, and boots. I don't know other than Mexico where that's appropriate. Fuck, man. I don't like change. But if I had to, let's see, what's a country with low taxes?
That would be Ireland.
Yeah, I'll go back to my countrymen. Yeah, I'll probably go Ireland, because I like to drink too. And I feel like that's kind of socially acceptable in Ireland. And I like the cold. I don't mind it. Hell, I bet the whiskey is there is fucking amazing.
Did he mention that we have to stay there?
I don't know. What
No.
was the time limit on that?
See, that
He didn't give us a time limit. He was just like,
Let's just
you get
assume.
dropped
Let's
there.
assume a year. Let's just assume that. That seems fair.
Okay, I'd be in Montreal because I don't mind the cold, so
Mhm.
this is fine for me. I have a friend there,
Oh, sweet.
so I could be with her for some time, I guess. But if I wasn't thinking of a time limit, so I'm just thinking, okay, well, I'd have her so that I can then call my parents from her.
Let's do like a
and be
year.
like,
Yeah.
but if it's a year, yeah, I'd still probably go there because I can do city life, no problem. I can sell my body or
I don't
something.
like it. I don't like
Go to the
the
red
city,
light
man. I
districts.
can't do the city. So
I know how to survive in
the
the city for sure, just because of all my experiences with like New York, Chicago, and other places and whatnot. But I wouldn't want to be there. No, I hate cities. Chicago's nice though. I like
Chicago's nice.
Chicago.
Why are we in America?
In terms,
I said anywhere in the world.
okay, you know what?
Yeah,
Fuck
and
you.
that's on the world, is it not?
Wait, Blake, what did you want? What did you say?
I said Ireland because
I don't
mind
care
the
about
cold.
why.
You
Zach?
said why.
Yeah.
You
Well,
said
wait,
and one
but
reason why.
You already explained it to the podcast, did you not?
Yeah, but you
You don't
I
want to
don't wanna
know?
know.
See,
Okay.
pseudo listening.
I said Canada within Montreal.
No, okay, real quick, Blake. 5 seconds. Why?
You
Whiskey's
didn't wanna know
good.
why.
Game of Thrones tour is there,
Okay.
and be with my fellow countrymen.
All right.
Sure.
Dope. Sounds right. All right. Why Chicago?
No,
we
say
were
Chicago.
talking about cities.
Talking
at this
about
point.
city life.
like because like if I know you don't like cities, just a quick side story. But Chicago, for people that don't like cities, Chicago is one of the nicer cities to go to for people that don't like cities.
Minus the murder and
No.
That's
no.
Detroit.
the actual area within Chicago
Right.
is like
Indianapolis
all the
is good.
murder
just giving,
is in
just giving
one
you, just
small
giving you
area.
mess.
All right,
Indianapolis is good.
I'd be in Canada, Montreal, because I have a friend there.
Why? That's it?
Yeah,
You're going to leave a friend here to go to a friend there?
Okay, I'm sorry, then I guess I'll do Dallas, Texas. Like, fucking hell. No, because you said no time limit, so I figured that it's like, oh, we suddenly got teleported there, and I'm needing to go back because I want to stay.
Yeah, we got to escape from
What? No,
So
we're
then
not-
Montreal,
would be-
Canada.
So I go Montreal, Canada, because I have a friend there. I can contact my parents, be like, "Hey,
No, no,
so
I
funny
said a
story,
year. I said
I'm
a
in
year.
Canada.
You'd stay a year? Okay.
No,
And if
I'm
I say
saying
a year,
that's
I'd
our
still-
year.
Oh, okay.
Honestly, I don't know where.
But
I'd go if I
Montreal
had
is
to
pretty,
stay.
though.
Yeah,
It's a pretty good place.
A.
Okay.
Well, no, I think the point of it was like random place that you'd always wanted to visit, but just
Oh well, you didn't say
Oh,
that. At
I thought
all.
it was for
To
like a
visit?
survival
Oh.
thing.
no.
You
Why
made
do
it
you,
sound like it was survival.
no, you just dropped in a
Clothes on
random
your
place,
back.
right? So, but it's not like you can prepare like,
Hello,
oh,
laddie.
I want to go to Iceland, but then I'll also
Nah.
pack all my clothes and shit. Like,
Well, no,
whatever.
But you said
don't
we could
fucking-
only wear
it's
this.
okay.
So.
Oh,
you
well,
don't
then
travel
Australia.
without planning.
well,
Yeah.
that's what I'm saying. Just go somewhere like for the afternoon. You teleport somewhere
Oh,
randomly.
Australia.
For the afternoon. Okay,
Yeah,
Australia.
Australia, like Australia,
the
England,
Just
Ireland.
God, don't
Australia,
you? Can't you
Ireland, yeah.
interpret what I'm trying to say?
No, we
No,
can't.
because
not
it's
read
so
your
open
mind.
ended.
All right.
Yeah.
If you could go to one country, go.
Go.
Yeah,
Yeah, exactly. What? Just one place. Go. What? I
One-
would say probably England, Spain, or Israel.
It's actually the United Kingdom.
You can go to Israel for free, bitch.
Well, yes, I could go with the birthright, but I just if I was to go. But yeah, Israel. I'd also want to go to Russia. That'd be
Ooh,
fun.
no thanks.
Why?
Wouldn't.
You want to go like
How much
Moscow
time do
too?
you have?
That's where Americans
An
go to
afternoon.
die.
No,
Plenty of time to get abducted by the KGB.
Yeah, the mafia. That's German, but yeah.
same thing.
I go to Yugoslavia. Is Yugoslavia a place?
Yes,
What the
Is
hell?
it still?
not for long, but
Yeah,
yeah.
I was
thought-
gonna
wait.
say, is it still a thing?
I thought
Yes.
Yugoslavia got broken up into 2 Baltic states.
Isn't that it? Or is that Yugopotamia?
Let me check real quick. Fact check.
Yugopotamia is the one that's still around.
I don't think
Yugoslavia
Yugopotamia
was
is a
gone.
place.
We're such,
Yugopotamia is from a TV show. I think
Yugoslavia.
we're
Sorry.
such cultured Americans.
we are very cultured. All right, Alex, where
I'm
would you
trying to
go?
remember from AP.
I
Euro.
would definitely go to Australia just because, like, it's hot as fuck there, but it snows there too.
Really?
Yeah, they
Just,
have
like,
mountains and shit.
In the winter
quick
season?
update. Yugoslavia was a country in Southeast Europe during
Right, and it
most
got
of the
broke
20th
up.
century.
Broke up into to what?
I
Slovakia, Slovakia,
don't
Yeah,
know.
it all broke up.
Slovakia, and
The
Bushmula.
continent six socialist
I
republics
apologize,
make up the
Europeans.
country were
So me.
SR Bosnia and
Bosnia and-
Herzegovina, Croatia,
It's
Macedonia,
what- it used to be
Montenegro,
the
Serbia,
Baltics.
and
They got
Slovenia.
split up.
Slovenia.
It's Croatia, Slovenia, Bosnia, Herzegovina,
Bosnia.
Macedonia, Serbia, Kosovo.
Serbia-
I'm from Bosnia.
Serbia
I
contained
have a friend
two
from Bosnia.
socialist autonomous
Really?
provinces.
Yeah.
What's his name?
Vojvodina
Nice.
and Kosovo.
Blake. Thank you.
Oh, sorry.
We got so distracted.
That's all good.
Wait, so I go to Canada, Montreal. Where'd you go?
Australia.
Now, why Australia? And I just have to ask
Australia's
that
because it
beautiful.
snows.
It's beautiful.
Because
it
it's hot as
snows.
fuck there. I like the heat, but it also snows in the mountains.
Mhm.
I would go like 10 years ago though, because the Great Barrier Reef is extinct now. So
Mhm.
that kind of sucks.
That's nice.
So
What
then
about
why
the
did you
deadly
shoot down my idea to make it 2007 again?
Because that was a stupid fucking idea.
Thanks. Appreciate
What
it.
about all,
Because
like,
you
the
didn't have a
deadly animals?
reason.
I had a reason because
You just wanted
the 90s are about to be 30 years away.
You wouldn't want to go to Australia just to test out the accent? See if you could come back.
Hi, mates. I'm from Australia.
We are going to get letters.
I hope we get letters. That means people are listening to us.
Let the blokes come at us.
Oh, hold on. Okay. So, my southern accent that I didn't do.
Oh, yeah, your southern accent. Let's hear it.
I can't. Now I'm smiling.
Yeah,
I put
on.
too much pressure on
No,
myself.
no, you gotta give us that southern drawl.
Southern drawl.
Oh, my Lord.
What the hell
Southern
is that?
drawl.
That's
Dude.
not a southern
I've
drawl. son.
molasses.
Molasses.
That's molasses mixed with some Downton Abbey shit. Boy, I tell
Dale
you what.
Earnhardt. Molasses. God, you're like a South Park parody of a Southern person.
Molasses.
Say Jobs.
It immediately switches from southern drawl
Yep.
to jerk.
Oh, I have a question for everybody on
Yeah,
the
what's up?
podcast. So, you guys know what Nutella is, right?
Yes.
So, do you pronounce it Nutella or Nutella?
Nutella.
How did you pronounce it?
And you.
New.
So, Nutella?
Nutella.
And you.
Nutella. Yeah.
Okay, so I've
Is it
always pronounced
Nutella?
it Nutella,
Really?
but
Yeah, I do
apparently it's pronounced Nutella.
Potatoes, potatoes. It's, you know.
I did.
You know,
Nutella.
tomatoes. Well, what are you talking
what?
about? It's tomatoes, tomatoes.
England, United Kingdom, Great Britain.
know what a tomato is.
No. Oh, sorry. I was trying to do a BoJack Horseman joke
Does
because I just
anyone-
started to rewatch that. It was
I haven't watched
I
that
couldn't
shit.
get into
Mr.
it.
Peanut Butter was like tomato, and then BoJack is like, it's tomato, and he's like, you say tomato, I say tomato.
Oh, that's funny.
So
That's pretty good, actually.
yeah, it's a really good show. There's a lot of humor in it in the first season, and that's why I got hooked. But there's like 4 seasons out right now.
What show is it?
I couldn't
BoJack
get
Horseman?
into it.
It's on Netflix.
Yeah, it's
Is it the guy with the horse face?
yes.
Or horse head?
Yeah,
Okay.
it's
Not Sarah Jessica Parker. but
Rob-
an actual anime show.
it's
Yeah.
Daniel Robert Dubel.
It was
Oh,
really
okay.
boring.
That is a name.
What is? Hold on. Joe DiMaggio. No, Gary.
Who was Joe
Gary-
DiMaggio? You've all?
I don't know
Gary
who is.
Busey.
Who's Joe DiMaggio? I don't know. Ignorance. Here we go. Explain. Quit laughing at me, Blake. Who's Joe DiMaggio?
He was a Yankees
Wrestler.
baseball player
Nope, damn it.
during the 40s and 50s.
I knew that. He's
Fuck.
the Great Bambino.
No,
No, that's Robert
It's Babe-
Frankfurt.
it's Babe
Babe
Ruth.
Ruth. That's
Good
Robert
Lord,
Frankfurt.
man. Robert Frank.
Your knowledge is amazing,
is dwindling.
people.
Hold on. What is his name? Who's the guy? He's like, he talks like this and has, hey, I'm BoJack Horseman.
I've
Nope.
never seen the show. I
No,
don't know
just-
what you're talking
Is
about.
that,
Dirk Gurgle Oogleherbel.
No,
the,
shut up. It's
the
the,
famous Dirk
What's his name?
Ugenbergel.
He's got the thing, the hair that goes.
Holy shit, man.
Hold on. Oh God, what is his name? It's like Robert Patford. No.
Pattinson.
Damn. Robert Pattinson. No.
That
was my last
dude
guess.
From,
That was the Twilight dude.
No.
right?
Yeah.
God, I know. Okay.
Then
New
look it
segment.
up.
No, new segment. I'm trying to think of an actor's name. You have to help me find this actor's name. Okay, he was in other
I
movies.
don't know who you're talking
I'm
about.
gonna give you examples of other
Okay,
movies
go
that he's
ahead,
been.
go ahead.
was he in
Robert
Always
Duvall?
Sunny?
Was it Robert Duvall?
No, not Robert Duvall. What?
Was he in Always Sunny?
No, he wasn't in Always Sunny.
This is
shit,
the sound
it's not
of
Danny
everyone
DeVito.
getting up. And
Hold
leaving.
on. Just give me
This is going great, by the way.
like a minute. Give me a minute. Just it's like
Yvonne, you don't have to. Sometimes you
Christopher-
can accept that you don't know it, and you will never know it.
Christopher Crabble. No, God, I know it's like Patrick Hewitt or something.
Patrick Swayze.
No, not Patrick
Too
Swayze.
soon. Way too soon.
What happened to him?
Are you kidding me?
What happened to him?
Died of cancer, dude.
When?
In the early 2000s.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Too soon. my
soon.
ass.
Wait, hold on.
Oh, yeah, it's too soon.
Wait, what did Patrick Swayze do?
He was an actor.
Did you ever see Dirty Dancing?
No,
Ghost?
Did you ever see Roadhouse?
no,
Ghost?
no.
Okay. You pride yourself on
You
being such an
uncultured
80s movie
swine.
buff, but...
I never said I was an '80s movie
Says
buff.
the guy on Amazon that had all of, what's
Oh,
his name? The
the-
Breakfast Club.
Well, that's because it's his little trilogy, the 16 Candles, Breakfast Club, whatever. That's just his little group thing. That's not
Honestly-
like all the '80s movies.
you also had, what's his name?
Mel Brooks?
Yeah.
Mel Brooks. I love Mel Brooks. Blazing Saddles, Spaceballs,
Blazing Saddles. So
Okay.
Young Frankenstein. That's about all the movies that I can name.
Wait, you
Nicely
like
done.
80s comedy, basically, or like dry comedy?
What do you, drag com-
Most of those things you just
Spaceballs is
listed
not
are-
dry
Anyway,
comedy.
Patrick
Most of the things you
Swayze
described as
dropped
some form
all
of
the
comedy.
panties in the 80s.
Oh,
Just
he's
remember that.
the Was he ever rapped about? He's like, "Hey, I'm Patrick
Google a picture
Swayze.
of him,
If
just
you
so-
wanna be lazy, I'm friends with Martin Scorsese."
What the fuck?
Da-da-da-da-da.
I'm googling a picture.
Welcome to freestyling with Yuval.
Hold on, okay. It's like Dirk Najavio.
Not helping
Jesus
at
Christ.
all.
Hold on, I have to think of this. It's gonna bug me all night.
God.
Joblo
You just have to let it
Google.
go, dude.
I'm gonna
It's
look it up.
okay.
I'm
Look
gonna,
it up.
I'm gonna be.
It's okay. That's why Bill Gates invented the internet.
All right. Final guesses of who he is.
Nobody gives a shit.
I give a shit.
Final guess?
Yeah. Final guess.
Danny DeVito.
No, it's not Danny.
See, that's who I was thinking.
No, not Danny.
Just
What?
by the voice.
Will Arnett.
Are you kidding me?
There you go.
You should have said Arrested Development.
Oh,
Batman,
that's what he's from. I was trying to remember another show.
Batman from the Lego movies.
Oh, really?
He was in Blades of Glory. Married to Amy Poehler. For real?
Are they really married?
They
Wait,
were.
he's married
This
to
is Patrick
Amy Poehler?
Swayze.
They were.
Oh, I know who Patrick Swayze
they
is.
were? That's
He
really
was in the
sad.
SpongeBob movie. No, that's David
No,
Hasselhoff.
David
That's David
Hasselhoff.
Hasselhoff. God damn it.
Jesus, you all.
Yeah, Will Arnett.
Okay.
That was
yeah.
who he was. He was really funny. Who else
He's
is he
so
from?
funny. Arrested Development. He plays Job. His favorite. That's my favorite.
You didn't get my. Hey, I'm Will Arnett. I'm talking like him.
You didn't
No, you're
say
not.
his name, and
Look
that's
up
not
an
his
interview and
voice.
find one interview of him talking like this.
I'm Will Arnett, baby.
Like he's fucking Batman from Christopher Nolan's trilogy.
Where's she? Where's Rachel?
I'm Will Arnett.
All right, that's fine. You're right. Will Arnett. Okay. Do we have any morning or night rituals at all?
I
have-
yeah,
I have a
a
morning.
bunch of them.
Like what?
Shower.
No,
Brush
like I
your
mean,
teeth.
like something that you don't need to do to be prepared for the day, but something that like you. Do.
Yeah, I'm like a dog, and I'll get on my bed and walk around in circles 6 times, and then I'll get in the bed.
Dude, same.
I thought it was the only one.
No,
Thank
come
God.
on. I'm like, I mean, some people like, for example, like some people read, some people will like meditate or something, or walk or whatever.
Well,
in the
I
morning.
change it up. I'll watch because I'm really into this Netflix show right now, and so
What show?
it's called The Last Chance U.
What is it about?
It's about this football team, and it's about the junior college football team in a town called Scuba, Mississippi.
Yeah,
And if you don't care, then just say
I
move
do
on.
care.
Don't
What are
you
the
ice
basi-
into your mic.
And basically, this JUCO is for former D1 athletes.
Wait, you say
that,
Jew coach?
JUCO.
What is that?
It's a junior college. It's
Oh.
short for junior college.
What are you fancy?
No, not at
How
all.
much? How much time did you save by saying JUCO?
I don't know. For the fact that you're making me talk about this, I could have
2
been done.
syllables.
I could have been done describing this
Wait.
whole show.
Give me the top actors in it.
It's a reality show.
Give
Like,
me the
it's
top actresses.
It's a reality show. They're
me
not
the-
actresses. They're
me the
real
producer's
people.
name.
I don't. Why are you doing this, dude?
Give me
I
the
don't
writer's
know.
name.
He does this literally every podcast.
God,
I don't
man.
do it every podcast.
Yes, you do.
You do
motherfucker.
No,
this
I
to me
don't.
about
Yeah.
blues guitarists, about Led Zeppelin albums.
That was all the same podcast. That was just one podcast.
Yeah, and it's
You did
just
it.
me.
You did it
Well,
in the
you have
first
done it.
podcast. You've done it in literally like all
Did
of the
you
other
say
ones too.
literally, but just you mean
No.
figuratively?
He's
No,
right.
I've
At least
watched
every
them
time
all.
I've been here, you've done that shit at least
Really?
once. Yeah.
And I've
Okay.
watched them all or
Well,
listened to them all.
Damn, I'm sorry.
yeah, you have a
No, you're
listener
not, because
here.
next week you're gonna do the same thing.
I'm never gonna be invited back
Oh,
to
really,
this podcast.
Blake? Name all the name one Martin Scorsese movie, and I'll say Taxi Driver, and then you'll say name another one, and I'll say Goodfellas, and
Name a
then
trumpeter.
name- Louis Armstrong,
Oh,
and we'll
yeah.
keep going down this road.
I like Goodfellas. That was a good movie.
You're welcome,
Thank you. Why do I have to thank you?
because I'm the one that showed it to you. Because you were the one that was saying you don't really. That's not your kind of movie, and
What
I'm
do
like,
you mean?
you-
When did I say that?
when I said, "Have you seen Goodfellas?" and you said, "No, that's not my kind of movie."
I don't remember that at all.
Yeah, because you were obsessed with The Cobbler by
Yo,
Adam Sandler.
that was a
there
good
we go.
movie.
Here
Have
we go.
You guys seen The Cobbler?
No, why would you do that, Blake?
No,
God
seriously.
damn it!
Seriously, have you guys seen The Cobbler? At
No,
all?
you've all.
It was a really.
It's
good
about a guy that makes shoes, and Adam Sandler's
It's
in it.
Adam. It's a more
Nobody
serious
cares.
Adam Sandler movie.
Nobody
It is really good.
cares.
I care. Zach, you're being such a pessimist. I don't appreciate
Dude,
it.
you okay? It's not that I'm being super pessimist, but
What do you mean you're being super
as
pessimist?
soon as-
Nobody cares.
as soon-
I'm not a pessimist. Nobody cares. Why'd you get him talking about this? Nobody cares.
as soon as something even mildly Jewish is involved,
What are you talking about?
you are all
Jewish?
of a sudden 100% in.
Cobbler's not okay. Yes, the cobbler is about Jews.
You
but
cared
still.
about Scrubs like because
There's
Zach
no
Braff.
Jews in. Okay, Zach Braff is amazing. I love Zach Braff because Zach. Braff
You
is
wouldn't have
amazing.
watched Scrubs if it weren't
Yes,
for Zach
oh my
Braff.
god, are you bullshitting me right now? I love Scrubs.
Literally told me
No,
that you
guys
saw
are making all
Scrubs.
this up. Okay, Blake, I don't remember talking to you about. I don't watch the movie because it's a.
What do I have to gain?
I don't
have
know.
to gain?
I don't know. Do you have a deal with somebody, or are you supposed to?
Yeah, me and Martin Scorsese
You
are
fall.
in deep, dude.
50%, like at least 50% of the new things you're telling me about, like, oh yeah, he's got this Jewish director.
Always the words Jewish director has ever.
You will always
cross
throw
my
something
mind.
in about like, oh yeah, this actor's Jewish and he's really funny.
Maybe
A
that's why he
you
likes
were telling me about
Ready
a
Player
comedian.
One.
What comedian?
I don't know, but it was some comedian. You're like, oh yeah, and he's Jewish and he's super. And you always mention that.
Oh, you
It's
mean
like,
Ari Shafir?
you get
He's hilarious.
So
though.
he's right then.
But
No,
you
because I-
get into it and you get so excited because like,
See,
oh,
it doesn't
he's
feel
Jewish.
good when people attack you, does
No,
it?
I love it. Keep it up. But seriously, I brought up Ari Shafir because we're trying to parallel the Joe Rogan
No,
experience,
I
and the Joe Rogan
know.
experience generally has himself, obviously, Ari Shafir, and who's the guy?
It's just that the way you
his
bring
producer?
them up.
No,
The way
Eddie
that
Bravo?
you talk about it, it always seems like, oh, okay, I'm happy, but he's Jewish. Is that really relevant?
I mean,
And you
it's
always bring it up.
It's nice. Honest to God, it's nice to see Jewish people out in the media doing
Man,
shit.
it's nice to see Jewish people running Hollywood.
I mean, sure, they might be running Hollywood,
Damn.
but like, I mean, it's just nice if it's a Jewish actor, it's a whatever. Because what if I'm going to say he's a white actor? Wow, that's really different.
No, you could just say he's this cool guy that I just found, but you always mention.
But he's
that
Jewish.
they're Jewish.
I'm
I
gonna
think
let
we
it
would've-
matter
I
because
think-
he's Jewish.
I think we would have known just by his name.
Well, that's also true.
Okay.
No, but Ari Shafir is really cool.
So
Anyway,
now
nightly
that-
rituals. So usually what I do is watch Last Chance U and or read a
Wait,
book.
what's Last Chance?
It's a show
Oh,
about
no, stop.
a
Okay, read a
dickhole
book.
that in
That's also something that you do every fucking podcast.
What?
Yeah.
I'm listening.
Uh-huh.
I'm listening.
No, he's
I'm
not.
genuinely listening.
Okay.
I'm
Okay, sure.
auditory.
Don't
Uh-huh.
chew ice into the mic.
Ew,
This is why
gosh.
you have no viewers.
I have the first video has like 40 something views, and I'm pretty happy about that.
Yeah, good job.
And then the next one has like 7 views, and then the next one has like 30 something views, and then the next one has like 6 views.
All right.
It's I don't know what
It's a process. Joe Rogan will go 1 million, and then he'll go 500,000, and then 200. See, it's the same thing, you know.
It's very we can parallel so much from this. All right,
Oh
so
my
continue
God.
with your nightly rituals.
Well, I've really gotten into reading in like the last year, and I got into this habit of trying to finish a book a month, and so that's usually what I'll
Wait,
try
so
to do.
and so you're a morning shower, not a night shower?
No, I'm a night shower
Why?
because
Why wouldn't you be?
I feel more comfortable jumping into a bed when I'm clean.
I don't know. It's weird because it's like you get in the bed if you're clean. Because with me, I'm clean by the end of the day. I smell. So it's the same process where I'm sitting on my ass at work and I'm just typing shit on the computer and doing whatever, and then I stink at the end of the day. So if I'm going to sleep and I'm rolling around and I sweat in my sleep, then I'm gonna get stinky.
Yeah, but that's different because especially, well, I guess we work different jobs because I'm outside for 10 hours a day sweating, doing
Right.
manual labor, and
Right.
so I have to go home and shower before bed.
That's true.
And then I'll
That
get in my
makes
bed
sense.
and read, and then I'll wake up and I'll maybe just, put cold water on my head or whatever
Oh, yeah.
just to wake myself up and then
Okay.
brush my teeth and leave,
All right.
I've got to shower in the morning because I have to feel clean for the day.
That's true.
Mm.
That's same here. I have to like walking out the door unless I'm late to work or something like that.
Well,
I
I'm
just
getting
have to-
dirty
I won't.
anyway,
I
so
build
it's
it
not a
in.
big deal,
Yeah.
I cannot function without a shower in the morning.
Sure.
I feel so gross, and I just literally can't. I have to take a shower.
I like
First
that
thing,
extra 30
gotta take a
minutes of
shower.
sleep. I dig that.
I plan it into my sleep. I
That's
just
true.
plan it in.
All right. Well, Zach, do you have any morning night rituals at all or whatever? I
Not
don't know.
really.
I don't know. I mean, do you guys like
I'm-
pray or something at night or whatever?
No, I'll go see my
Not in a
dogs.
long
I'll go see all my dogs and give them a little pet before I go to bed.
See, I'm not the
Oh,
only one
that's
that does dog things before they go to bed.
Okay. Well, you fucking crawl around your bed in circles like a dog.
I'll sniff my neighbor's ass and then,
Oh.
lick,
Oh, good night,
lick
Jim.
my balls. And...
Good night, Jim. Okay, real quick. Go ahead, Alex. Do you have any rituals or anything?
No, not really. Just, shower, brush teeth, go to bed.
Contemplate the meaninglessness of life.
Do you guys
Stare out the
know your
window.
neighbors? Do you guys know your neighbors?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You do?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Zach?
We know our
I know you're on the
we're
corner. Yeah, so
we
you know
know our one neighbor.
I never knew my neighbors ever. Scratch that. When I was living in Allen, we knew people down the street, and we knew because like we're all like families, kids would hang out together. But in terms of just total, complete random strangers, and even at the Frisco house, we didn't know our neighbors at all. We never bothered to say hi or anything like
Why?
that. And even now, I have no interest in knowing these people.
Why?
I don't know. It's just if we're at a neighborhood community
You
or
just
whatever.
walk to your car with your headphone jack in your pocket. And...
No, I'll just walk to my car, and I've actually scratched that. The guy across, or this neighbor on this side, obviously everyone knows who I'm pointing to. This
The
side
podcast
neighborhood,
is confused.
it is very confused. I've waved hello sometimes just because we'd be out to work or whatever in the same, but no, I have no interest. I've never had any interest in knowing neighbors.
You're such
You're
a
missing out on
recluse.
some life experiences.
You
Like
seem,
what?
You
What are you
seem
gonna-
to just be kind of
have you-
antisocial.
Will you go to your neighbors to ask for a cup of sugar,
No,
cup of flour?
Yeah, dude. every
no,
day.
but in my circumstance, we all kind of we had like 5 or 6 houses together that were
Well-
behind us and whatever, and we would like, for example, our neighbor, her name was Shelby, and she's like a year younger than me, and she got diagnosed with leukemia
That's a
when
bummer.
she was like
That's really sad.
7 years old, and
Mm.
all of us
Oh.
as a group, because
Mm.
we knew each other and we're such close friends, we all did whatever we could to help out that family.
Okay,
And
so I'm sorry to interrupt, but you knew your neighbors because kids that you knew were in those houses.
Mhm.
Okay, yeah, that's the thing. I think
Just depends.
in Allen, I think because again we all knew the kids that were playing out in the street and stuff like that. But when we moved to Frisco, we had no interest in talking to these people that were our neighbors because I think maybe one of them had a kid, but it was like 5 or something, and then the other one had a kid, and again different age range. So I don't know, but I've never like thought of going, "Howdy neighbor, how you doing?
why not?
Can I have a cup of sugar?"
Well, if you don't have to
pretentious.
go
Maybe.
just to ask, because it depends on what you do. You first of all, when you first move in, you probably should go around the neighborhood and maybe like,
Why?
hey.
And
Well,
hi,
'cause
I'm a
it's-
registered sex
because-
offender.
No, because at least for your close neighbors, it's good to have a few extra people that you know, like in case like,
Yeah.
maybe you leave for a vacation, need someone to
I
watch
have
the house.
friends who can do that.
Yeah, but maybe they can
Ooh.
take your mail for you. Maybe they can.
I have
they can
friends
let you
who do
know. Your
do
friends
you
aren't
have
always
friends
at your
that
house.
live like next door to you that can do it like without going out of their way to come to your house?
What's the point of having a friend? Is for them to do things that are out of their way.
Wow. I'm
Wow.
really questioning our friendship now.
I mean, Blake, we had this conversation. You define a friend that would be there at 1 a.m. for you
You're
to
right.
do shit for you.
You're right.
So I'm just asking in a less extreme
That's
way.
different than, hey,
What?
I've got a flat and I'm on 121. Do you mind helping me out? Versus,
Hey, I'm going out of town. Do you mind getting the mail from
Do you
me?
mind driving 45 minutes to get the mail?
Not
from me?
45 minutes, but if it's like
it could be
10 minutes out of your
What
way,
about when you're in Austin, huh? And you have nobody there.
then I
Damn.
will hire a maid.
Wow.
Didn't even think about that. Mom,
Hey.
sorry. Mom, sorry.
Thank you. God, you're not respecting my
I know.
intuitive behavior.
I wasn't even thinking about that.
Well, what about how your dad always, your family always did the board game nights? That would have been pretty cool if you. It's something that you can be like, hey, by the way, neighbor, we do board game things every month. If you want to come join us,
You know what my experience with my neighbor was? The neighbor across the street on, I think it was either like
Oh, I
a
remember. Yeah,
holiday
yeah.
party or something
He
that
had
we
a
were
long
having.
trench coat. Okay, good.
Had a
Like, he
holiday
opened it up
party,
at the park.
and he came to our door. Hey, you gotta tell your people to move their cars because my daughter has to park around the corner, and that's not safe for her. It's dangerous. You need to remove your cars, blah, blah, blah. And
Okay,
then
you
the
also-
following week, he put traffic cones in front of his house so that no one would park there.
Okay, he's a dick.
that guy's just crazy. Number
That's
one.
my experience with,
Number
with
two,
Okay,
neighbors.
see,
you're
you're like-
in a nice neighborhood, so there's a lot of people that honestly probably don't give a shit about the other people because there's no reason to at all. They can just live
I
in their
agree.
nice little house.
People
Right.
don't
and
care about
completely-
other people that much.
It's-
Like,
But now you guys
you
are the
have to-
No,
outliers,
no.
though.
Let me rephrase that. I'm sorry for my phrasing. People don't worry about what trivial things you do.
Not my backyard kind of attitude.
No, I don't care what you do in your own house, but if which
But like, if I'm causing you a minor inconvenience, are you gonna be like, "Hey, neighbor,
No, I'll be
you know how I
nice.
asked for a cup of sugar? Well, I need you to stop fucking around in my house."
No, I'll be nice,
Oh.
like a genuine person.
Hey, neighbor, remember how I asked
No,
for
hey.
that cup of sugar?
No, hey Jim, how you
Go
doing,
fuck
man?
yourself.
Hey, if you guys are, having a good time partying, totally get that. That's cool. But just, hey, I got a 1-year-old that's at my house. You guys just mind around 10:30. You mind just like turn it down a
Really?
little bit? Yeah.
I would hate you if you did that.
You would hate me for asking politely.
Yeah.
Would you prefer me calling the cops? Be that neighbor,
And then
or
the
would you prefer, me saying, "Hey guys, just you guys can do what you want.
That's true.
You guys do whatever you want.
That's
That's
true.
totally fine."
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
really
But we
crazy.
have to
Y'all-
lower the volume.
No, like, hey, just make.
Okay,
just keep
you
in
just
mind,
seem to
we
hate
gotta.
your neighbors in general.
Yeah,
I don't know what
you're
happened
going
with
out
this
of your
neighbor,
way to.
but
to
you hate
No, I'm not
people.
like going
that
out
are
of my
being
way to
that
hate
are being
neighbors.
genuine and
For someone that
asking-
says
But
they're
I don't
super
think. But
social.
the situation that you're proposing, I don't think that happens very often.
I think it happens all the time.
I don't think it happens.
This
often.
podcast
You
is really just a
lived
way
in
for
a
us to
super
diagnose
nice
you
neighborhood.
both.
You barely had any interaction with your neighbors, so how would you?
But
know?
then the only interactions I've had with my neighbors are very negative.
It was a guy being a dick.
Right.
Yeah, that's not
That's very
conclusive
anecdotal.
on
Representative
all
of
of your
everything.
neighbors.
That's super.
That's a
anecdotal.
guy that doesn't get any blowjobs anymore. That needs to calm
Probably-
down.
That's true, probably. Actually, I think he moved out of moved
There
out
you
of
go,
the
because he didn't
house.
get any blowjobs.
you can't base everything in the future based off of stuff.
Well,
from
but
the
I mean,
past.
what am I genuinely missing out if I just never talk to my neighbors?
You
Oh,
could be
I don't
missing out
know.
on some lifelong friends.
Like,
Hell
that
yeah,
I don't-
absolutely.
really?
My dad's best friend is our backdoor neighbor.
Really?
Yes.
And they moved in, and then they were like, "Hey, neighbor," and then
No,
was
it
like,
started with just we would have like a crawfish boil at one of my other neighbors' house.
I've
and
never been to a crawfish boil. What in the world
You're
is
coming
that?
to my next one.
Oh,
What is
boy.
that?
You've never had do you know what a crawfish boil
Is that a lobster?
God,
Oh
boy,
my
you-
lord, you're
oh
coming.
my
You're
gosh.
coming to
Oh,
my
he's
next
trolling.
crawfish.
No, I
boil.
seriously have no idea what
Yeah,
a crawfish is.
The crawfish
You've
boil
lived-
is essentially like
You played Animal
30
Crossing?
30.
Okay,
or
what
40
about Animal Crossing?
There's crawfish in that game,
Really?
dumbass.
Oh, I didn't know
You've
that.
lived in the South how long?
I've lived in metropolitan Dallas.
So have I.
So the South?
That's not the South. Mississippi is the South.
No, it's
Alabama's
No,
the South.
motherfucker.
We are. Texas is a part of the South.
Texas
I don't
is
know.
like
I'd have to agree. We're a little bit not quite the same.
Texas is like
If you put
Texas
a compass
is Texas.
rose,
I will
Southwestern.
compromise.
We're
I will
Southwestern.
compromise and say that Texas is Texas and it's its own Texas.
I think
They're
Texas
Southwest.
is like a little bit like okay, you've got okay. I mean, best perfect example of Texas. So Texas is a southern
you
state.
shit on Texas.
I'm
so
not gonna
ready
hold
to
on.
hear
Hold on.
this.
I'm not gonna shit on Texas. Texas is a southern state. It's got
oh, so it's a Southern state.
a little bit of New York sprinkled in it. A little bit of
What the
that.
fuck are you talking
A
about?
little bit of California mixed in here.
Oh my!
Hold on, just a little. I'm sprinkling a little bit.
A pinch.
He's
a
right,
pinch,
though.
a pinch, and then take probably the chunk of New Mexico, dump it in there, and then take like the south of Alabama, evenly cook it through Texas.
But once
No.
again, you
Is this
can't-
how
you're-
you cook your
You're
meth?
trying to.
No, it's just because Texas is like you think of.
We're
we-
diverse. You
we're-
can't say all of Texas is one.
If you
place.
go to Dallas, you're gonna see
Dallas and Austin, completely different.
That's true. But if you go in Dallas and you spend 20 minutes in Dallas, I guarantee you're gonna meet like 5 different types of people.
Sure.
But
Whereas
you know
if
why,
you're in
though?
Alabama,
But
you
there's-
go.
We're diverse because our freaking property prices are down.
That's
so
true.
Everyone,
Yeah, that's true.
And
everyone
no state,
in
no state
cities,
income
No
tax.
state taxes.
all the
yeah.
people in
Fucking
cities are
Texas.
laughing because they're selling their house for millions of dollars and they're buying a nice house that's just as good, probably better, for just $300,000.
Yeah,
and
that's
they're
true.
just banking.
Fucking
That's true.
Texas.
Just living in Texas.
That's true.
And this
So
is where
and
all
that
the
is-
businesses are coming because
Yep.
it's cheaper to
No,
have
and
businesses
no
here.
businesses from California are flooding into Texas.
Yeah.
of course.
And that's the
California.
reason
Right.
why we have so much diversity
Texas is. That's not what I think of.
I will say because Californians are moving to Texas so fast, it is starting to become California.
Well, and that's why I said
California.
culturally.
Sprinkles.
I understand.
Sprinkly.
I get that. Having said that, though, I think Texas is its own entity.
Sure, of
Like,
course.
it's like Alabama. Really? There's not a big difference between Alabama and Mississippi.
Mississippi,
Can
Alabama,
we really
Kentucky.
say that, though, without having real
Yes.
experience there?
Yes.
Because
Because
they're-
everybody in Texas, everybody that's not from Texas thinks that we're all cowboys and we got horses and that we're
I am
practically
totally
you
a desert.
don't
fine
have a
with that.
horse?
But that's not how it really is.
You're
so
right.
We can say Alabama is just all Alabama, but that's
I never
probably
said
not
that.
true.
I never said that.
Okay,
I'm
but-
saying Alabama and Mississippi are pretty damn close in terms of culture, in terms of just
I
the
can't
people
agree.
down there.
Back to the
How,
original.
how so?
Hold on, real quick. Back to the
'Cause I haven't
original
been
point.
there. That's just me assuming.
Well, because Zach
Okay.
is Mr. I can't make a decision until I've experienced it.
That's not necessarily true. It's
You
just
literally just said that. We've never
you're
been there,
pigeonholing
so we
him.
can't do any. I'm not saying it's a bad thing.
No.
I'm just saying, Zach, I need you to judge. I need you to put your
What?
ignorance out there and judge. But back to the original point, what the fuck is crawfish?
Oh, crawfish it's a little.
Do they have claws?
What do you
Little
think?
pictures?
Big tiny lobster.
What
It's
do
like
you
lobster.
think it is?
It's tiny lobster. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do they-
but
do they taste
what- the
good?
way,
Like-
yeah, the way you make them is, or there's obviously different ways to
Do you
make
eat
them.
their
but
claws?
no, so what
Alright,
you do is
Blake,
so.
I'm gonna stop you right
Go ahead.
there. What?
What do you mean?
What?
What?
What
Are
do you
you,
mean?
are you about to teach me how to cook a crawfish?
No, it's gonna be.
Wait, Zach, do you know how to cook a crawfish?
No, I'm saying, what the hell?
No,
This
it's
is so
gonna be-
off topic.
What happened to active listening, Zach? He was obviously explaining how to cook a crawfish.
It's gonna be real quick, and it's
All right, go.
So
Go.
basically, what you do is you get
boil it alive.
Right, you get 30 to 40 pounds worth of live crawfish.
Wow.
Mhm.
All
You
at
throw-
once?
Mhm.
They're
And
only
you
How
about
big
this
is the
big.
container?
They're like
Oh.
crawfish are like this big. And
I'm
so-
thinking like a thing that
No,
that big.
no.
No,
You
that's
can,
No.
it
And
bites
so
you and you're
usually
dead.
what you do is you'll get the water boiling, add some salt or some Cajun spices to the water,
Uh-huh.
add some potatoes, some corn on the cob, chop them up or whatever, throw them in the
there?
boiling water.
Wow.
And then you add the crawfish on top,
Sure.
add a little bit more seasoning, and you let it boil.
Wow, you're killing
And you-
crawfish?
That's how you cook
Yeah.
lobster
It's,
too.
it's really
Really?
sad.
When it's alive?
Yes.
Yeah, you throw it
And
in boiling
crab.
water.
Did you guys ever go to the Walmarts that have the live lobster bits?
No,
and
it's
green.
so sad.
It disgusted
Stop
me.
it.
It was so gross.
I
I,
thought it was
it's animal
cool.
abuse.
was just like, oh my god, what the like? I never walked past there.
Have you seen
Like,
their goldfish where there's just bodies just
what
floating?
goldfish?
I've never
The-
seen
In the
goldfish.
lobster thing?
No, no.
At like
Wa-
Petco or
at,
something?
no, not Petco. At Walmart, when they used to, some of them.
What?
Some,
They sell
some of
goldfish
them have
and they
aquarium
just...
areas, and they'll have like how they have the lobster, but they
Yeah.
also have like fish, like guppies and things.
Oh, wow,
And
I
you'll just see
don't
their
remember
bodies
that.
they're just dead.
You never
in
got
tanks.
into hardcore beta fish gambling?
Fuck.
Yeah, dude. So what you do is you get 2 fish bowls, put a beta fish in each one. You like shove the fish bowls up to each other. They start pitching each other off and getting at each other. And then you wager on which one's gonna win. So
What
you
the
pour the
fuck?
beta fish
That's
in
like-
it. I've never done that, but
That's
I-
horrifying.
Sure, it is. But
No, there's
It's
It's like cockfighting.
I
Yeah.
seriously consider that animal abuse.
there's a it's like
that
a
really is.
GoFundMe for PETA. Stop beta fish fighting.
okay. There's it's like a lobster or some type a marsupial. What is a marsupial? I don't know what a
It's a
marsupial.
wombat
It's a
or a kangaroo.
Okay, never
Or
mind. It's
a
not a marsupial.
koala bear.
It's like it's I think it's like kind of a type subspecies of like a crab or a lobster, some kind of combo thing, and it's one of those things.
crabster.
Thank you. It's a crabster that it's essentially it punches shit, and so it has these little arms and it has mandibles, and so the arms accelerate at such a fast pace that it makes like a popping sound.
Cool.
And so I'll have to look up the
Is
video.
this
So
a fish?
this is a fish, a
Holy
real life
fuck.
fish. And so it's like literally, I think it's like a boxer or something. I forget the name. But and so there's videos, and it's like
It's a Mayweather fish.
it's a Mayweather fish. There's videos, and these people they put this, and it's super aggressive, super territorial, I think. And so
But it tastes good.
I have no idea what it tastes like, but
Oh,
and so
God,
it goes through, and they put it like against a crab, and like literally this thing punches the crab
Through the crab?
Yeah, through the crab.
That is
punches its
badass.
arms
That's
off,
metal
and
as
claws
fuck.
off. Yeah, it's just like, and you hear just these, these clicking, popping sounds, and it's just like, and like 5 minutes later, the crab is like dead, like
That's badass.
fucking gone. So I forget. It was insane, and they've got like a bunch of videos of it, like just fighting shit.
Okay.
That's
That is
awesome.
Metal as fuck.
That is super, like it's insane.
That's
I'll have
wizard.
to look at the video
my
after
God.
this, but it was really awesome.
People are concerned about global warming and
Yo.
all, and I'm saving the ocean. Honestly, let it all die.
Yo, once you get like into the dark zone of the ocean, there's
No,
some
stop.
cool ass shit.
Mariana
Stop.
Trench.
No,
The
That's
anglerfishes,
that's
I love
terrifying.
Everything needs to
anglerfishes.
burn. Boil
No.
the ocean.
Anglerfishes are beautiful. They're ugly as fuck, but I love anglerfishes.
Oh my
They're
God.
That's-
amazing.
That's deep.
They
They're
have
sca-
eyes,
they-
but they
they are
don't
deep.
fucking use
I
them
get it.
because
Exactly.
they're
Deep
blind.
in
They
the
are.
ocean.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Where do we go from? So crawfish.
we
Crawfish,
got so
right.
off
You're
so what do
coming to
crawfish
my-
taste like? Does it taste like chicken? Everything tastes
No.
like chicken.
It's like
No.
shrimp.
Yeah,
Really?
it's
like
shrimp,
Cajun
but it's
shrimp.
mushier. So after the crawfish
Ugh.
are boiled and they're
Ugh.
got the spices.
Do you eat
soaked
the
into
shell,
them-
or do you like?
No. So
suck
what you
it?
do is
You
so
break
you
it
grab
open.
you grab the crawfish by the body and they're dead.
Sure.
You grab the crawfish by
Do you
kind
pretend
of the
that they're
outer
alive
shell.
sometimes? Do like a little crawfish dance?
I'll do that with my. I'll do that to scare my brother or whatever, but that's about it.
Aw.
And what you do is you grab somewhere around middle of their body over the outer part of the shell. You twist and you pull,
Uh-huh.
and all the meat that's in the part of the shell comes out, and
Sure.
you just, and that's it.
Interesting. And you, and
So
it's
good.
just like,
Yeah, I hate seafood, so that little thing you did right there made me cringe.
Sorry. But yeah, you're coming to my next crawfish boil then.
do you have other food?
Huh?
Do you have other food there?
Yeah, I got potatoes.
You're just gonna eat the
red
crawfish.
potatoes.
Just
and
the
What kind of
red
potatoes?
potatoes and corn. on the
Crawfish
cob.
is
How are you
unkosher.
preparing the potatoes?
I'm boiling them with the
Is
crawfish.
this a cooking show now?
That we'll have a cooking hour with Blake.
Y'all are
How do
making me
we
super
do
hungry.
good ass? Oh, yeah, that's right. You still haven't eaten yet.
Oh my god, it's late.
We're at like 2.5 hours. Do we want to keep going? I mean, it's almost 10 o'clock. Blake, I know you have your bedtime.
Yeah, it's okay.
That's true.
Keep going.
All right. Well, we'll talk about one last topic and then do our lightning round, and then I think we'll probably call it a podcast if that's all right with everybody.
Sounds
All right.
good.
All right. We do that. I guess we'll do the last one. And I don't know. We kind of talked about it, sort of, kind of in previous ones. But sacrifices you make for your friends,
Sure.
in terms of the extreme length, and ignoring the fact of what is a friend and how good of a friend
A,
you
B,
have,
and
or
C.
whatever. A friends, B friends, C friends. But if they are a friend, how far are you willing to go, and how much sacrifice, either time, financial, whatever it is, are you guys willing to go for your friends?
And I hate to be that guy, but it depends on the situation.
Sure, I hate that.
Yeah, I know.
Blake,
and
get
that's,
out of
and
here.
that's why I said it.
Just leave. Just
okay,
leave, Blake.
Fine. I gotta go to bed and circle around my bed. But
Eat some crawfish.
I don't know. Like, I don't mind helping a buddy out if he needs money for necessity or whatever.
I'm insert good friend, whether or not, whatever you think of me, we're not going to get into that.
Well, I hope you know.
He thinks
No,
In
I-
terms
I-
of list of,
I feel like I have a general idea of where we stand as
you will
friends,
be
so.
one of my groomsmen, so I hope you do that.
Oh,
So,
thanks.
Just don't cry, because
I'm
if you
not-
cry, then I'm gonna cry. And
we're all gonna cry then. It'll just be a crying bitch fest.
We're not all gonna cry. I'm gonna be over here pouting.
Well, you're not going then.
Everyone at my wedding has to be crying, okay? It's a requirement. It's an asterisk at the bottom. If you don't cry,
No gifts, just tears.
just tears. So you go insert to good friend, and they
No
say,
dreams,
"Hey
only
man,
tears."
I've fallen on hard times. I need $500." If you have that disposable, you'd
Come
be.
on with it.
Is that everyone agreement at the table?
I've
if
done
someone's
that
like,
before.
"Oh, really? Okay."
Yeah.
So, I mean, if you don't mind divulging a little bit of information, was it just like they were behind on rent, or just needed to pay something, or was it like, I want this video game, but don't afford it?
I didn't really ask. He was
Oh,
just
okay.
like, "Hey, if you can spare like anything,
Uh huh.
I could use some money." And I'm like, "Okay." I'm like, "How much do you need?" And he's like, "I need like 500 or like as much as you can give."
Sure.
I was like, "Sure."
Did you like? I mean, obviously, there was an expectation to pay it back, or you just like, here's a donation?
I didn't really give a shit. I don't have like a girlfriend or anything, so
Right. Okay.
I'm just kind of
Oh wow. So this is
getting
just out of
income.
because
Anytime you give something away, don't expect anything back. That's
Yep.
what I was
Really?
always told.
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, in general, I'm willing to go to extents for time and whatever, and going out of my way to make those types of sacrifices. But I've always financial. It's like, look, I'll give you the money, but I have an expectation.
Understand that your answers here will affect your place on the groomsmen list.
Oh really? Damn.
On the
Well, then
what?
obviously, if I give you money, I don't want it back at all. But like, there's a person in my life where, we've been through so much together that it's like, I'll give you money because I know you're good for it. And so if you need it, whatever, I'm totally okay with that.
context.
Because, and that's true, because it's like, because with my thing, especially, and this is kind of, I don't want to delve too much into it, but like financially, I'm all on credit. I've got credit cards, whatever it is. And so people who may just want to do debit cards or just handles cash and stuff like that. Oh, I don't have cash to pay for this. Okay, well, I'll charge my credit card. You've got
Pay
a
me
month
back
or
later.
whatever. Yeah, pay me back later. So, but I don't know. I feel like, and I don't want to like sound like a horribly shitty person, but I don't think I'd just give people money. Like if someone's like,
kind of with you on that.
if I need $500 or what, and I mean, Alex, you're such a saint for doing that and not necessarily having an expectation. But if someone was like, I need money, I think I would be more like, okay, well, why do you need it? Or do you have, like,
I mean, it probably went towards like either his rent or
Uh-huh.
like his car or something
Yeah,
like
it's
that.
not like he
had a-
told you I'm trying to start a meth lab or something.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
I mean, I've known the guy
If he
for
did,
like
though,
years.
$500.
Oh,
Cut
okay,
it.
all right.
It's
Well, so
context.
then,
Yeah,
I mean,
sure.
if you don't have to answer the question, but did he pay you back the money?
No, I didn't ask him
Okay.
to.
Oh, okay. All right. Wow, you are a super saint. I would be like, dude, I'd give you my time and whatever it is But I don't know. I guess I just didn't, because I mean I don't have that much money to begin with anyways, so it's not like I just can
Because of Amazon.
because of Amazon. All my purchases on Amazon.
For me, it's similar to you. I can make a lot of time sacrifices for friends. Like doing 7+ hours of podcasting.
Yo, dude,
And-
Zach has been my ride or die so far with these projects.
But when it comes to money, I understand that if I were to give money to someone, for me, I do not expect it back.
Okay.
Unless we specifically talked about it, like if it was something big, like further into life, like, hey, you want to do a down payment on a house or something, like,
Sure.
or, I don't know, like something big that would,
Right.
You need to have something established. But because of that, I'm like you, where it's not that I don't distrust people, or not that I distrust people, but I can't get to the point of, I'm just gonna give you
morally,
money.
I just don't think. I mean, and again, it's all based on context. But it's like, if I'm giving you this money, well, you didn't work for it, you didn't earn it, just because I'm, quote unquote, a good person, humble brag. You're gonna get money now. So it's like,
And I mean, I wouldn't do that for literally everyone. Like,
sure.
somebody,
No, I understand.
Like,
I was just about
this
to
is
ask
in the
you for
context of
$500.
friends, right?
Shit.
Yeah, no, these are friends.
Need to call my
It
lawyer.
depends on your friend. Like,
Well, but-
like if it was you, Yuval, honestly, with this, for me, even with you, I would be a little hard pressed to be like, I'm just
Drama.
Well, but
Drama,
the thing is,
drama,
I would never ask anyone for money, and I think that's just me personally. No matter what it is,
Yeah,
I'll be like,
wouldn't
hey,
ask.
help me do this thing so that I can get the money. But I don't think I'd ever directly ask for money. But I don't want to get into that specifically. But what was I gonna say? But even like friends. So for years, if I've known someone since middle school or whatever, and I know that we've been close, blah blah blah, and they're really good to me, and I'm good to them, and it's a give and take relationship, and they ask for money. Again, context. But if it's like someone that here's where I think I may differ. If I've known someone just for a couple months and stuff like that, and they ask me for money and they say, but I'll pay you back, I'm totally okay. Because I feel like I can get a judge of character within probably the first week of knowing you, actively talking and kind of getting a sense for you.
So that's why you were asking me all those questions when I first met you.
I don't know what you're talking.
He was
You said
drilling
apparently
you.
I made a jizz joke or something, and
You did.
I don't remember that at all. Guess I jizz out of my feet. I don't remember that at all.
It probably wasn't that joke, but you did make an off-colored mayonnaise
I
sperm joke.
don't think mayonnaise. I don't
Okay.
remember that at all. You see, that's my issue. Is like there's okay.
What do
it's
I
like-
have to gain?
No,
do I
it's,
have to gain?
and I'm not saying that you'd make it up, but it's just like there's so much shit in my life that happens and that I do. It's like I've only got 100 gigabytes of memory, okay, and I do so much shit that piles up that I've just got to delete stuff from my past. And so I could probably remember maybe a year of my past and then literally these super specific things that people remember because they had this one interaction with me. So, out of our database of friendship, they know that. But I'm in so much contact with so many people that it's just like, I believe you. That sounds like me, but I don't remember.
I always knew you were an android.
That's true. You're right. I'm just a fucking database. But anyways, back to that. So like time. So would you guys spend like if a good friend was like, hey, I need your help building a thing or doing a thing or whatever, and I need 8 hours of your day, and you had not necessarily it was like
free?
your weekend or something like that.
Come on with it.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
So you guys, so we're all
I'd help.
across the board. Now, is that a friend of a week versus a friend of a year versus a friend of
Friend
whatever?
of a year.
Really?
It depends. It's just context. It's like
Yeah.
how well do you know this person? Who is he? How close are you?
So like a classmate of yours, you've talked to each other, but you have each other's phone numbers, and you've talked in class, but that's about it. And he's like, "Hey man, I need your help." You would say no? Why?
Because if we have each other's phone numbers and we haven't really talked a whole lot, ever been in class, and that's just an acquaintance.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's not a friend.
Same with you.
Yeah,
All
like
right.
I would have to actively hang out with the person and like know them.
Oh, okay.
Outside of class and
See-
work or whatever.
I don't know. I guess maybe I'm just a little more. I make myself feel guilty where it's like I know that you need help with something. So even if we just talk in class, or even if we just barely text or whatever, if it's realistic and it's not like I need you to drive 3 hours to do this thing, and then
If it's something like simple, then yeah, but I wouldn't go to huge time commitments for something like that.
oh, okay, all right,
Especially since, at least for me, maybe this is bad on my part, but I
into
like,
the mic, sweetie.
I like to place value onto things that really there shouldn't be. So
what do you mean? What do you mean place value?
So if someone if I needed to do 8 hours of my time with one of these guys, like
Uh-huh.
that's just asking me, and he's like an acquaintance, I'd be like, No, not really, because I don't really know you, and also I would rather like do 8 hours at North Texas Food Bank or something.
Oh, okay.
Like that, you know?
Chapter 3. Don't covet things. Sorry.
What?
Just play
God
some
damn it,
values,
he's got
play
the
some
book.
values
He's got
on things.
the
I thought we learned it.
Blake is holding the book that you've always talking about, like at the beginning of the
You know,
podcast.
Now, granted, we already burned it, but somehow it just fucking
Honestly, I
came
would
back.
love to just have a
can't kill the
segment
faith,
of just
Zach.
reading that. Just going through reading the highlights. And welcome to the hour-long segment of
bonus content.
Bonus content.
Bonus content. The
Um,
nectar of instruction.
Chapter 1.
Chapter 1.
anyways,
Oh, preface. My bad.
Epilogue.
okay, so in relationships, or I say relationships, but like in friendships and stuff like that, how often do you guys ask of your significant, I say relationships?
I don't really
Just
ask for
friendship.
help.
Yeah.
You don't ask for help.
I'm just kind of independent, really. I guess that's
Yeah.
why that's why I don't also feel too much of a I'm going to give you stuff
So wait.
because I don't ever ask.
So then, for the most part, out of our friendships, friends ask more of us than we ask of them.
Fair to
Is
say.
that really okay? That's
Yeah,
interesting.
probably.
Actually, yeah, probably.
I mean,
And that's not a dig on any of my best
Sure.
friends at all.
Yeah.
It's
no, it
just,
just
not
means
that
you're a better
person.
person and they're shit.
No.
sure.
No,
You
I
hear
thi-
that,
I think
guys?
It might just be that we're that kind of person that we just like we all just happen to be the kind of person that doesn't really ask.
Maybe
for
I
help.
just
We
have a
do
lot of
things
free
ourselves.
time.
That's true. You just
Use
your
my
time is
wisely.
their time.
I'm not watching, bowling on ESPN on Saturday mornings.
What's wrong with that?
That's fucking weird. Who watches bowling on TV?
I don't,
You're right.
but I go bowling.
Yeah, that's different.
That's
different
doing
than
the thing.
watching overweight 40-year-olds bowl.
That's different than watching overweight 40-year-olds play baseball.
Uh,
But
such a small percentage of them are overweight, and such a small percentage of them are 40.
How old are
and I
average
still
baseball
can't
players?
talk shit about them because they're making more money than I am.
That is true.
so-
What's the average baseball player age?
Yeah.
I don't know. It's such a wide variety, dude.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
What about basketball?
Like
players?
Really
25.
off
Basketball?
topic.
What about golf?
Off
Golf
topic.
probably fucking high.
Golf is just full of a bunch of old people.
Bunch of,
So how
yeah.
about that lightning round, eh?
Oh, lightning.
Yeah, lightning round.
Hey, buddy.
Shit. I should be prepared with questions and stuff like that. So,
Such a good podcast.
Well, how about you go over lightning round? What it is, real quick. The rules.
Oh, okay. Well, lightning round. What I've been trying to do, and I think I've been doing at least consistency for the past few podcasts, is just yes or no question, or yes or no response to my question, no explanation, just it is what it is, and then we generally would end the podcast from there. So, Blake, tell me, and I'm just trying to think of a question because I'm horrible and I don't prepare. Blake, tell me about a crazy baseball experience while I think.
This was junior year. I was pitching against a team in Houston on a Houston tournament.
Okay, got it.
Got
All
it.
right.
All right.
Damn.
Get fucked. All
All
right.
right. Blake, basketball shorts or jean shorts?
I thought you said
Jean
Or
shorts.
any
Shorts?
cargo shorts. Basketball shorts or cargo shorts?
Basketball shorts.
Zach?
Basketball shorts.
basketball shorts.
Basketball shorts over here. I don't know. Because I have some cargo shorts, but
I have to
basketball shorts
wear cargo
Honestly,
shorts to work, and so
nice.
whenever
It's not comfortable.
well, it is, but it's whenever I get the chance, basketball shorts are obviously more comfortable than
Alright.
cargo shorts.
Yeah, that makes
No
sense.
explanation.
Oh, that's right. Sorry.
Shit.
Got all right. New question. Really huge fluffy pillows or flat pillows?
Fluffy.
Define flat.
Like here, I'll give you a visual representation.
For the podcast, Yuval is reaching over onto his bed to give us a pillow.
Fluffy.
Oh, fuck that. Fluffy.
Gotta go fluffy.
Fluffy.
It depends. Is the flat pillow cold? Yes, sir.
No explanation.
Yes,
Alex,
Mr.
flat or
Revolver.
fluffy?
Fluffy.
I go with flat. I just
I,
no
I need
explanation.
support, dude.
no explanation. All right, and that is the end of our podcast. I think
So
I said
FYI, we are hiring for an audio designer, and all you need to do in your resume is just mention that you're Jewish.
that's hilarious.
You have
Zach.
a really great chance.
You know,
so go ahead and
you-
send those.
I
in. We
wouldn't-
really need some audio.
I wouldn't pick on
designers.
you if you said, "Hey, that guy's Christian or atheist." I just think it's a trait. It's a thing.
You would just favor the person with the Jewish.
I wouldn't favor anybody. I'm just. It's nice to point out that hey, he's Jewish. Hey, this guy's from
Hey,
Israel.
we got this brand new audio designer.
It's like if you
super
go
cool, and he's
if
Jewish.
you go to Israel, I'm sure plenty of people will be like, "Hey, and he's Christian," or "Hey, and he's whatever."
That sounds like a really personal
That makes
problem.
It's not a personal. It's a happy thing. It's an oh my gosh, this is a thing because there's not a lot of Jews in Texas. You know that, right? There's not a lot of Jews in
no
America.
idea.
There's not a lot of Jews in general. I'm not going to make this into a religious thing, but just in general.
It's almost like they weren't persecuted like 40
For
years
a few
ago.
centuries.
Yeah. So, anyways, that's a
Maybe
horrible.
that might be.
Oh, I don't want to end the podcast on this.
So
We are. Go ahead and send your resumes in. Yay!
Okay. So, do you guys have a lot of incandescent light bulbs, or do you have the LEDs, or do you have the third kind, or whatever it
The
is?
florals?
The
ones that- the ones that
fluorescent,
take a while?
incandescent, or the LEDs? What do you guys have in your home?
Incandescent.
Florals.
Really?
Fuck
Alex?
if I know.
How do you not know what kind of
I
lamps
don't
you have in your...
stare at my fucking light bulbs.
No. Do they turn on immediately? Do they take a while to turn on fully? Or are they LED super colored bright?
I mean, they turn on
Immediately?
like normal light bulbs.
Well, like when you flip a switch,
So,
is it just like
there's no
like
delay,
that? Okay,
but
so
it's
then you
not-
probably have incandescent.
Yeah.
Yeah, incandescent ones. I heard actually floral light bulbs are actually bad. Like if for disposing and stuff like that, they're horrible.
all
I
light
don't
bulbs
know.
are bad to dispose of.
Well, I think like incandescent, they had a system where it was less. It was easily recyclable, but with the floral, they had like some issue. I forget. I don't know. I'm pulling shit on
It's
my
better
ass.
for power, but worse for something else.
Yeah,
Give and
exactly.
take,
There's a
whatever.
give and take. There's always a give and take. Just like eating chocolate cake at midnight. You feel really good, but then you get fat.
Amen.
I can totally understand how people get fat. Honestly, like
Hey,
golly.
remember when we were ending the podcast?
I remember. Remember you? Remember Star Wars? Remember
Pepperidge
Chewbacca?
Farm remembers.
Pepperidge Farm remembers. All right. Anyways, that is the end of the podcast. We're, I think, maybe on episode 9, correct? Alex, do you know?
This one, well,
This
once
one
the
would
one
be
that
10,
Evan
right?
was on.
Was
What does
six?
it matter?
No,
End the
it's-
podcast.
Well,
We're cutting the
so this
feed.
is
We're
gonna
cutting
be
the feed.
9.
We're cutting the
This should
feed.
be 9.
Beep, beep, boop, 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 beep.
You know, this is all still going in the podcast.
What's going on?
Where are we? Zach, did you teleport us somewhere? All right, anyways. Thank
to
you guys.
Montreal.
We're in 2007.
Oh, it's successful!
No, but we're in Montreal 2000.
Yo, I'm totally okay with
The
that.
formula worked.
All right. Anyways, thank you guys so much for listening. Really appreciate it, and hopefully we will hear you guys. I don't know why we'd hear from you guys. Anyways,
The letters from PETA, dude.
that's true. Letters, comments. Oh, okay.
Send
Like,
letters to
subscribe,
everyone.
do everything you can to promote this. I really appreciate all of you guys' help. All the support would be amazing. I think I'm gonna try and do some extra shit on the weekends. I know Zach and I recently did something. We're gonna keep it hush hush, top secret, but I'll probably tell you guys anyways later. But yeah, really appreciate everything. So I will, I guess, next week because this is gonna go out tomorrow. So yeah, peace out, everybody. Oh, any last closing remarks?
Turn off
And the
fucking
podcast.
podcast.